Alright, chat. If you guys want me to catch Stompn's game, you're praying to God that these games are a blowout because this shit's already running behind schedule and I have class in, like, in fucking 3 hours. So, essentially just pray to God that these games are running on time. And they need to be a blowout.
Grinding towards this tier 1 spot, and now that they're here, they are grabbing a hold of it quite clearly. They are well prepped, well studied, and ready to go and performing inside of the server. So let's not write them off. We'll see what they've got to bring against.
Online class are in person. Fuck class with your KD, not good. Virtus in 5, I hope it's Virtus in 5. Starting out with a bar site. Mirror on the wall likely. Is because with the box reinforcement and the double cast, I'm assuming it's another mirror in the box itself. Likely not. Yep, door is gonna reinforce that wall. Put a mirror looking over at IV Hall. I like that castle strat actually. I don't think it's that bad. I like that. I fuck with that. It's a pretty good strat actually. Yeah, Mira. Stomping on the rock real quick. Oh, wait, what the fuck? He just shot a fucking drone? Out of midair? Front got stomping over Freck and Deepak to hit over 300. Are they hitting or no, bro? I don't fucking know. I don't encourage gambling, bro. Do what you want to do with that information. He's sitting in the basement, just bar ISO for Virtus. I don't know what's good with the Monty here. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Might just push up lobby stairs afterwards, but yeah, they're going to get the stock wall open. It's muted though. EMP, yep, gets the mute jammer off. There's a guy on Vert, top Mez, shooting open that wall. Nope, there's not. Looks like the wall gets open because the guy on top Mez didn't actually properly shoot the ace off, so that's their big mistake by them. Now the guy can't play in stock when they go for execute. Now they're going for a library clear. Okay, so maybe Monty is going through main door up the lobby stairs. Maybe that's his play.
From the defenders at least. For the time being, Virtus Pro are going to be trying to get control over library, but Teb
gets the first pick. That's through a drone hole? How the fuck did he kill him? Or was it on the window? Holy shit, it's crazy.
A lot of challenges to work through here as well. It's very much a layered defense coming out from Matchco, and you see in the dig behind the mirror and the Wamai, you got the castle to go.
Ooh, maybe it was the guy on library corner who fell off or something, but now that library corner is clear, they can go for execute though. I just wonder what the idea of this execute is. Time to see what interesting strat Virtus Pro bring out now. Matcho, definitely like really impressive at the two T2 teams that made it to T1. I feel like that's like they were former makers, Italian team that was like at SI disrupting anyone. So yeah, Montaigne up the staircase. C4 ripped ready on the top of the staircase, I believe, near the bar door.
Certainly been the spearhead for this Virtus Pro.
The barricade on the bar door kind of fucks over like Matchko here because they want to be able to power in across this Montaigne because he's alone. Yeah, there it is. The C4's there, ready for the call. Counter out the Montaigne. Smoke off on short. Joystick starts to get in through that entry. You have double entry upstairs. He smokes off his door with the fire extinguisher for his entry to come through. But the warden is spotted out. Montaigne unshields. Pressure. Freebie. Double kill, joystick. C4 comes through, doesn't kill him. The player down, drops to the hatch. Brilliant execute from Virtus. Really good job. That's one of the reasons why I want Shields to have an HP bar. That's one of the reasons I want Shields to have an HP bar, chat. That's one of the reasons I want Shields to have an HP bar. Because
and when they said go, you saw the outcome. They absolutely slaughtered wherever Matchco was standing. Really good play out from the round there from Virtus Pro. Knew what control they wanted to force the player out from inside. A split actually.
Yeah, because it's fucking
completely collapsed on those players up on the top floor. Very methodical. Didn't need tons of map control.
Because like the Monty just able to sit there for the entire fucking round by himself. I don't think an Opera should be able to do that. I think that's like the problem with like Tane and fucking Blackbeard and shit. Is they could just sit there for the entire fucking round and just stare at you and just call out. So
it quite often isn't going to be,
you know what I mean?
Against Virtus Pro, and I'm sure
I think shields have an HP bar. I think like you can give shields like maybe 2 shields to equip, but like make them have an HP bar. Like fucking Reinhardt. That was not a terrible hold. That was a good hold. That was a good hold. What the fuck do you mean? It's like literally a default strat. Library bunker. But yeah, brilliant play by the Montaigne. It's like just getting info, waiting for his team, just like getting there. Sentry turret, wait for his team to go perfect entry. But I just think that Shields should have HP bars because you shouldn't be able to just sit in front of someone for the entire round like that. Just call out where they are. Similar to old BB, yeah. I think that's what it should be. Honest to God, I think this should be. That way, like, you actually strategically choosing when you're pushing, when you're not pushing. I think, like, you should be coupling your pushes with other operators instead of being able to solo walk up to someone and just tank a million bullets and be invincible. You play Overwatch, Fett? Not really. But I know what Reinhardt does. Falcons play already? Yeah.
Aspect to their game they've added in. Of course, we'll talk about the map bans. That's something they've got to work on. But I think just seeing them be able to play this faster style is actually really quite exciting.
Trying to trick the wall here. I mean, one Thatcher should be able to do it. Did he already get the first Cade Claw? I think the Twitch already first got the first Cade Claw, so like one Thatcher should be able to do it pretty easily.
They're not even going to bother worrying about trying to go for those players out in the roam. They're going directly in towards site here, in through the front garage door rather than front door you'd call it. They got Pasha at the ready.
Yeah, gets a second fucking Twitch Cade charge too. That's crazy.
Ready before they say go.
Thor wasn't really paying attention. They have a mirror on the wall though.
Gonna be getting that wall open now.
They have an Ash. Oh, Ying's coming down main stairs already. Trying to bounce it all the way down main. They're going for plan already on the. Oh wow, the metal sheet. The metal sheet triples. Oh, triple Thatcher misses the C4, but he immediately fills the plant. That's beautiful. That's beautiful executions right there. Did he roar? Did he roar the connector door? Wow, that's a beautiful execution. I think he roared the door. Yeah, he roared the connector door. He roared the connector door. That's a really good execute. Rolled the Ying down the staircase, and then they immediately go for plant. And then the triple Thatcher to fucking Thatcher to keep the fucking wall closed. I mean, to keep the C4s off of him. Wow, 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 wow.
Virtus Pro again, same as last round, Tim. Kept it very simple, very.
Two perfect fucking executes, bro.
And there is no way
Genuinely two perfect fucking executes.
even a double run out is prepped for, and there is nothing it seems that can be
Two perfect fucking executes. Holy shit, bro. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. No, this is brilliant. This is brilliant, bro. This is strategical fucking brilliance right now. Layer, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Illustrate around that is.
I can already see it. I was going to say actually the illustration that he did coming into this was absolutely beautiful with the free catches. Everything about it was chef's kiss. Good stuff. And like you said, that one, it was just the decisiveness from Virtus Pro. As soon as the space was created, the Candelas went in. But I even like the adaptability, the flexibility of when they lose that first planter. Plan B is more Candelas are going in. It's already happening. The support is already there for always. He knows he's the man that goes in and grabs that diffuser if it's unsuccessful. Everything is there. Every scenario seems to be prepared for from this Virtus Pro side. Just absolutely brilliant stuff from them. A bit of a masterclass really on how to plant main wall for Shelly.
Just very beautiful, and as a remark from the last round, in fact, both of them, they're just keeping it simple, Tim. No need to overcomplicate it. You haven't got to play into a full map clear. Sometimes direct to site is the way to go. Now, match going to be scratched.
Dunkin' Donuts sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich with a croissant. Holy fucking shit! Maybe I want to get a check over there. Oh, okay.
Trip them up, but they're not playing into it. What do we do?
Let's see what else they have, man.
There is no easy answer because you might say in that last round, okay, we'll bring more C4s. All well and good. You've all been EMP'd out because it's a very rare case where a team still brings Thatcher these days. But Virtus Pros acknowledging what the counters were to their ideal plan and just making sure that they had backup plans or disruptions ready in the first place. So for match go, again, I think they'll be scratching their head a little bit here thinking, how do we deal with this? Because they're running over us so far.
I think, you know, they need to continue being strong in the beginning of the rounds, make sure that they are getting those entries, make sure that they are getting on top of Virtus Pro early, because the more of a solid foundation that Virtus Pro have, obviously, the quicker they're going to run through these rounds. They've had both of the opening.
Stop typing, Stompn. Oh,
it
word.
hasn't bought them anything, but believe me, it's not going to get any easier.
Okay.
If
I mean, they want to go for.
the first. Now, getting aggressive.
Oh, the backpack!
That's the backpack, but gets the down. Akli manages to find joystick, so again,
Library over.
Opening
pick for Akli. He's a little bit stuck here though. If they do they want to clear them out? They don't need to clear him out, I guess. Oh, they want to clear him out. Okay, yeah, he's a little bit stuck here, so this should be pretty simple room clear for Virtus. They have a player in mod. Going back into Bard, interesting to fight the Montaigne. Very interesting. Going up blue, but there's a player in library, so he should be dead, yeah. Interesting that he's gonna go back to short there. But maybe he thought the enemy team was in short. Or like a fucking below.
Yeah, that's certainly
Ace open on the wall. Mirror playing on the half wall. Mirrors get shot up and now. Now there's an angle on the half wall, so he's a little bit in the shits. Mirror's a little bit in the shits here. Is there a Hibana? Hibana needs to ace. Like, Hibana open like the top, hard left of the wall to clear the mirror off the fucking half wall position. And then Monty can go for like a perfect fucking half wall plant. Yeah, dude. Virtus Pro's executes look fucking devious this game, bro. Virtus Pro's executes look fucking devious this game, bro. Yep, Hibana smoke off the wall to make sure that guy. Okay, like, they smoke off so the enemy team can't shoot off the Hibanas off this, right? They smoke so enemy team can't shoot the Hibanas off this. Now Mirror is forced to move back. Mirror was the only person able to stop this plant now. Mirror has to move out of half wall, and now they can plant the bomb. It's literally perfect executes, chat. Literally perfect executes. Mirror's in the shits. Oh wait, Matchko good aggression though. But yeah, they're gonna get just as long as Virtus Pro play passive, they should just win out these fights. Oh, never mind. Never mind, that's a big blunder. A big blunder by the Montaigne. Now, Pasha gets on the half wall, plants the bomb. Planta la bomba. EMP's a VP, planta la bomba. 2v1, double swing, bait the planner, bait the planner, bait the planner. No need to let them get close, let them get close. It's okay. There you go. Perfect crossfire. Ooh, big run out though. Oh, I tried to run out to look behind. Wow, 3-0 VP. They're playing perfect attack right now. They're playing perfect fucking attack right now.
Round for Virtus Pro, and these are starting to stack up very quickly.
I didn't know some of the games done quicker started so soon, Tim. We really are starting to fly through these games today. Matchco need to find some breathing room here on Charlotte.
Dude, like this is genuinely fucking perfect executes. Let's go ban Capital Blackbeard to keep the guys in the corner, and the Tane ban though. The Tane ban is good. The mirror ban's good. It stops that bar setup from having the 2 mirror sub. But Virtus are playing fucking clinical. Like that like genuinely fucking clinical siege.
Se riuscite a prendere la main advantage early perfetto, ma se non riuscite al mid round.
Man advantage is not gonna save you. He's saying like don't throw away the man advantage. We always get the early pick, but that's not gonna fucking save you in the late round. Like it doesn't matter. They're playing fucking execute. Like they're playing fucking slow on the execute. They're getting the execute they want. They're getting it every single time. You need a wedge in another round win condition. Like right there, if they had the mirror with the C4 below, like then. Then Virtus Pro would have to solve something else, but there's no other win conditions. There's no straggler for fucking Matchco. Maybe their free roamer stays alive. Maybe if Aki stays alive or something. I don't know. What are VP's weaknesses in my opinion?
Learning quite a bit of Italian lately.
Like maps, I guess. Certain maps are gonna be fucking worse at. Like most likely, you would just try to game plan them on a map that doesn't really fit their playstyle as much. But like,
You just obviously you don't realize you've become
more so like against a team that like heavily favors execute like this, like wedging in win conditions is definitely the play instead of giving them picks. Like getting aggressive on them is not gonna work because they're good at like punishing your aggression. Unless it's on border. Actually, on border they were having a hard time. But now they have a library corner player, but they don't have the Capita to clear him out. There's a fuse from Always. Let's see how they clear. Do you have a fuse line for the library corner guy? Holy shit! What team took VP to OT? I forgot. I completely forgot actually. Maybe it was like I don't remember. What's the team of Pioneer of this fast, slow attack adapting phase? I think it's just a default thing. I don't think there's a Pioneer. I think it's just like it's a default thing now. Like fast became slow was the meta, then fast was the meta, then people realized you had to do both. Broner says a timeout. Well, I'm just like reading into it. Like most likely the coach right there said that like I don't fucking understand it. I'm just like trying to guess. Like he said opening. He said the words opening pick, so he's probably saying, oh, we get the opening pick. Don't throw the man advantage every single time. Okay, so they are going for library corner clear. Oh, they're just gonna burn him out with nades. Yeah, it's gonna be a nade clear instead of Capita clear because Capita's banned. Get this guy to the corner, and then he can't watch the window hopping anymore. I think Shepard still wants to get into the basement and open up the stock wall. C4 on the window, ready to go. Another burn. Nade comes through. Oh, aggressive peek. Oh, Matt, holy fuck, Teb. That's crazy that he actually won that. Yeah, that's the issue with not having Capital on the board is like clearing that so fucking hard. How are Virtus gonna adapt? Because they can't go for the stock execute anymore, so they're gonna rotate the push around. What's going on? Straight into mud. Okay.
Aggression going on inside a library, and now Virtus Pro, I imagine, are a little bit.
Dan is across to the hatch.
Well, we can't clear these players out from library, and we really sort of need that angle. They've run out of tools to make the move. They've got.
Now they're gonna lurk in for a solar side over. This is the first fuck up. This is the first fuck up Virtus Pro ever, like the first big fuck up Virtus Pro ever really done.
That is now.
They have solar control though, so they're rotating over to like a default library clear, but they have no like util to clear out this like blue shield or not. Unless they do, they still have 2 nades, but okay, 2 smokes for burn, 2 nades. But the smokes are important for flooding, so how are they gonna do this? This is relatively hard to do in my opinion. Are they gonna go for a sight hit instead? Looks like they're rotating for a sight hit. Smoking off curve. Montaigne band might fucking slow them down. Yeah, they use the Montaigne really well. So this quarter half Montaigne band might fuck them over. Lolo's lurking up short. Dan. Oh my god, no way, no way, no fucking way, that's how he dies. There's no way that's how they clear library corner. That is insane! That is insane! That is insane!
To play like that to come on through, and despite another fantastic start for Matchco team, it's all crumbled. Virtus Pro have played it patient, they've got themselves in the right spots, and they
holy shit,
no matter where they may stand on the map, it is a trade, and Pasha
fucking they couldn't they had a guy just hop in the window, just like a solo fucking shotgun fight the guy in the corner. Jesus Christ.
I mean, the chances of having one player
play it back
do that in any given sort of play day is pretty slim. You know, these guys are all super talented, but they played against very talented.
I don't think there's a
insane.
Lures right here, short. Dan. It's this. Oh my god, no way, no way, no fucking way. That's how he dies. There's no way that's how they clear library corner. That is insane. Yeah, that is the opener of the round, by the way. Like Jesus Christ. 7-2. Thank you for the sub and join. I appreciate you, man.
So hard. And I really feel
4-0 Virtus, bro. This is perfect attacks. Brandon and Matchco are getting kind of like fucked, like just overall. They don't really know what to do against it, but this is what perfect attacks look like. This is like this is like damn near a perfect siege. Like obviously it'd be a lot closer. Matchco were also playing like good siege too, but it's like, dude, this is like textbook. This is what like you show to like rank stacks and like fucking people like this is what your attacks need to look like if you want to talk about textbook proper fucking siege. This is it, bro. They're playing so fucking well right now. Virtus look disgusting on this new ping, man. Like they've been on 150 ping before. Like they used to be fucking. They were at 100 fucking ping before because they were playing from Russia. They would have to switch strats from land online and land. They would dominate on events when they made the events, but they would never make the events because they were always on 100 ping. Now they're boot camping in like Europe, actually, like in like more Western Europe. So like they actually have good ping, bro. They're just shitting on everyone. They're just shitting on everyone, bro.
3 points to the name of Virtus.
I'll tell you what, one of our observers, Red Like, is Italian, of course, and he translated what Hybrid, the coach of Matchco, just said. Apparently, it's an expression that I've not heard of before, but he said, keep your hands inside your arse when we are up 3 versus 2. That's not an expression I've ever heard before in my life. Obviously, it's an Italian one, but I'm definitely going to keep hold of that one, so thank you very much, Red Like. I appreciate it.
It's
another case of you've got the man advantage, don't throw the round away.
Yeah, don't, you know, do more than you need to.
Keep your hands inside your ass. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, you know, just let them do the work.
What the fucking knife right after? Holy shit! Like he's getting hella opening picks on fucking Virtus Pro though. Like Virtus Pro have been down. I think Virtus Pro have been down opening pick like every single round, and that's like, bro. I hate when people emphasize opening pick because at least it's my fucking personal philosophy that 4v5 plays the same, if not better, in some cases as a 5v5. Because it's siege, bro. You die, you go on cameras. 4v5 is when you actually have a disadvantage, but 4v5 plays the same. You play the same strat. The guy that you would have had on flank watch is now holding cameras on that flank, bro. It's the same thing. You know? So, like, and, like, what you could have missed before by having no one on cams in a 5v5, because let's be honest, most of the time, 5v5, no one, like, not everyone's on cams for most of the round, right? Like, the thing that might have happened, you get your catch now because you're on cam. So, like, 4v5, like, the fact that Virtus Pro are winning all of these 4v5s just as a testament to my own theory, bro. Like, 4v5 plays the fucking same. Teams only lose 4v5s because, like, they think they're desperate to get a pick back. They think they're at a disadvantage, so they just throw away bodies. That is an insane fucking EDS. Oh my god, the disrespect.
gonna spray down
They're
Tev.
pressing the fuck out of this, though.
Versus 3. No more toxic babes left to come out. 40
They want to
seconds
keep
left
going
to
for this
play.
execute.
Somehow Virtus.pro, they feel like
Oh my god,
time.
always
They
is
feel like
a maniac. Why didn't the fucking
always just
why didn't the Cade play more aggressive on the refrag?
He finds one that creates
Wait, now they can just go free pillar plant. They have one C4 though.
There's a chance to put this
Yeah,
down.
textbook siege. Get on the barrel, punch the barrel, plant the bomb. Always floods while they plant. Oh, big blunder though, big blunder. Shepard gets planning though, but they don't have pillar control. They don't have pillar cross. C4 comes through. It's missing. Not good. Does he get it down? 1v2. 1v2. Could Joystick win in a 1v2?
He knows that somebody's just got onto the diffuser. The problem is,
Oh, okay, that's Matchco's first round. Holy shit. They finally get one. That was textbook though, still from like fucking Virtus.pro. Like, get the diffuser around, get him planting the bomb. It's just the Legion mine slowed him down. So what they were doing was they flooded the Blitz deep to distract the guy with the C4 while they were going for plant. The issue is the Legion mine stopped them from planting earlier. If they planted earlier, you probably could have gotten out too. Listen to Cell, it was a good call. It's just a Legion mine fucked them over.
And he doesn't want to overcommit because he's so low health. Always was low health as well, I get that, but he was currently playing on pillar. He's in that position. So if Shepard's in
CK
there
doesn't make sound and design for the next, I promise. I don't know what Matchco came from. Never mind, Matchco. Alright, heard Matchco. We're calling him Matchco from now on. Matchco. Heard.
Decisive in that 3 versus 2. It was winnable for them, but it wasn't easy because Always and Joystick were on such low
All the
health.
Stompn fans are rejoicing right now. This is what we want. We want this game to fucking last a short amount of time.
Between the two, and you know, where are we going to commit to? And it all just kind of gave Matchco that opportunity, but they took it fantastically. Get themselves on the board. It's 4-1 to Virtus.pro.
We'll stress that same line again that Arthur states in 2 halves to a game of Siege. Matchco could be a very, very different beast on the attacking side, and Virtus.pro could yet crumble on the defense. So let's not count the Italians out just yet either as well. Plenty of chance that they could fight their way back in, though when you've got Pasha playing the way that he is today, it is hard-pressed to see how he can do that. Always going to once again make this blitz sing, and Tim, they're pairing it up with that global utility. The Dockerby and the Lion coming along. Something of nightmares that we were all used to a couple of years ago. Still very much alive and well today. The Deimos has often been the go-to for a majority of teams when paired up with the Dockerby to have a real impact.
Ronin will continue, of course, through about the first minute of the round for Virtus.pro. That's one thing that I would say maybe, especially over the last couple of rounds, that Virtus.pro can improve upon would be that...
I was thinking about how I can clickbait Stompn versus BDS.
Nothing wrong with that necessarily.
And I was thinking of like lying that the observers have the HUD wrong and like it's actually Shaiko.
On that too much. They've done it fantastically well so far.
What do we think?
Maybe just take the game to Matchco.
Just call it Stompn versus BDS in the title. Bait all the people who think he's playing against fucking Shaiko. And then tell people that like P4 is Shaiko.
Mate, just giving up the entries is the way to win apparently. I mean, at least now they've got themselves scared up and ready. Also one towards office door.
Well, it's not a fucking team, it's an org.
That main office wall is currently electrified away as the other consideration. This C4 from below, I love, by the way. Valkyrie nets this one off towards the shield player. That is massive for them.
Egregious clickbait, dude. Alright, bet. So when you just say act natural when I'm doing the intro to that game. Here comes the blitz push. Oh, the fucking ram drone actually fucks him up his own shield. That's crazy. Well, where is Always? He's in the shit. Always cannot fucking see shit, bro. Always has ran into like sucking 14. Always ran into like 17 fucking vendors and is still alive. Holy shit, bro.
Keep getting away with this.
Well, this other guy half wall. What the fuck? He's 0 on 5. Jesus Christ, Lala.
Impactful. They are creating the space that Virtus.pro need.
Virtus are so good. They might die to this rat though. I don't know if they know those guys here. Oh, they know he's there, but it's gonna be how are they gonna clear him out? Oh, that was a good down though. That was a good trade. That was a really good trade. The fact that he got that shotgun kill at all was fucking crazy.
We've still got a phone call in the back pocket here, Dan. Let's not forget about that.
45 seconds left to go. Virtus.pro well aware that there is at least one of them underneath, and
they need a drone in sight somehow. If they somehow can move a drone into sight, that's how they would win.
Superiority. Usually, if you're wanting to use the
vertical, maybe if they get a BP in a sight, get some floor brings. If they get a drone inside, they can get some vert picks.
So that some can watch from
I don't know if this could work or not. Going through short, one person on vert.
As it stands now, you've got Joystick
with
the diffuser in hand. He's completely
one going down solar, one coming from door.
Or coming down and taking those lateral fights, which is what
Creating
he's
pressure
going
for his
to choose
teammate.
to do. They're going to push from opposite
Low time.
sides, but Joystick takes a lot of damage. Nade, will it force him out of position?
Oh, gets
yes,
one.
It does. Joystick manages to get the kill onto
Oh,
Aqua.
Dora just hid. Dora just hid. Mecca, one more.
They can't get it done.
Yeah, that's
that was a
Virtus's
weird
weakness.
one.
That's Virtus's weakness. Like you hedge more late round win conditions like that. You hide up. They run out of time. They're playing perfect siege, so like if you fuck up their perfect siege, they're gonna run out of time. Wait, to do a normal intro as well, just in case Stompn goes sicko mode and drops 20, and then we can title it that. Oh, word. Well, I'm just gonna say it's Stompn versus BDS. They observe like the production's wrong. Actually, these, that's just that's Shaiko. That's literally Shaiko. I know he looks a little different, but he's lost some weight.
Just to taking us to a few extra rounds. They are going to have their
Your
work
plan
cut out
B
to
and
do
C
that
attack
against
exactly
VP
the
here.
other
I
side of the
think
map,
VP
like to
going
fully
into
rotate
the
for it.
second half.
It's very inefficient, but like if you have a lurk starting on the other map and already droned out the spot, if you have cut drones already there, then it's very efficient. But if you don't have any resources for it, then you wasted all the resources on the front side of the push, and then you rotate over, and then you have nothing. So it's very inefficient if you don't have a lurk or a cut drone set up to already be ready for that. You gotta see the #1 player in the EML. Oh, word? Wait, is that true? Who's #1 rated? Oh! There we go. There we go. That's clickbait. Dapper, we found the clickbait. Dapper, that's easy clickbait right there. Stompn versus the #1 player in the EUL.
It does invite things like the Mirror of Shepherd to come to the fore, and that's what you're seeing in this round.
Drone set up in kitchen already, but it's going to be a top floor clearance. So the drone that's set up in kitchen, they wanted to keep an eye on trophy, dining, kitchen corridor, that area to make sure nobody's coming through onto the flank. And
Block off the IV window.
A drone into Solar as well there, just to make sure that they've got that side of the map covered in and they can go in with a little bit of safety to start working on that.
I really hope
top
this
floor
match is.
clearance.
I just hope Virtus Pro rolls them, bro.
Who is going to be positioned out on Library Stairs.
I just hope
He's
Virtus
just
Pro
for the
rolls
time
them
being
so we can
getting
get to the
himself
fucking
on those
game fast
cams
enough, bro. Because I got
and
class in
give a little
fucking
bit of
2
counter
hours
intel
and 20
for his
minutes.
team.
How does the schedule?
We're not really seeing
Dude,
any
the schedule
aggression
runs like a
over the
fucking
that's
hour
really surprising,
behind.
but
If any of the games
it's
last
been
are
chill
not
so
like
far.
are not a fucking
Match probably
one-sided
wondering,
fucking
okay, at what
show.
point did they bite back at what point?
Crazy,
The
bro.
defenders choose to trying to, not say spring a trap here, but look to be aggressive onto them. For the most part, you don't see loads of it. They've got 2 C4s
What
to play
execute
behind
is
in their
this?
lineup.
Is it Solar take?
So dug in. Almost
Solar
wanted to give
take with
over
no
the
Grim?
Really force Matchco into the meat grinder here, just to try and
No
push their
Grim,
way
not a
forward.
lot of
They have
nades
got
really.
the
Dropping
tools to
all
make it
nades on the
happen,
fucking.
Tim. One of those out in the
Give a
field,
caveat fire, I
making sure
guess.
rolled out there. The sense of Lolo coming out. Speaking of the devil, finds his first kill. Down goes the Dock of Dan.
Where the fuck did Lolo get a pick from?
Another entry kill going to
Oh,
Matchco.
they got the mirror. That's gonna be big.
Improvements.
Oh, what a fucking trade on the fucking big window. Holy shit, always.
Battles won 1 out of 7 rounds. Virtus Pro.
Lolo's playing this really, really well. Lolo had a really bad attack, defensive, but he's playing this really, really well.
4 versus 5 or man deficit situations, and that's something they could definitely improve. They did manage to get one along the line. Ted was taken down, which is a big loss for Matchco. That's the Blackbeard gone, but along the way they also lost another one on the side of Virtus Pro.
Oh, that's
Always
EBs. They
taken
should have a guy
down, so it
below,
leaves
right?
them still in a 3 versus 4.
Yeah, the drones. The drones are too much for Virtus. Joystick gets a pick back though. Lolo. That's gonna be IV control. That's actually a big piece of control. Now they can play bathroom freely. Now they can play bathroom freely. They can still stop on the repel, but one player still gets in. Is he gonna hop over? Oh, the angle from big window. Joystick has to play, in my opinion. I think Joystick still has to play.
I don't think even he could pull this one off, Tim.
No, I think he can.
Job from that double window. It's why it's such a power position. He's managed to get himself 2 kills from there and holding.
Ghost got frostbite. Okay, never mind. He doesn't have it.
Onto the top of Solar, which is absolutely beautiful.
I need his game to end sooner.
Matchco, 3 rounds in a row, and Virtus Pro now know that they're in a game.
I was nervous for a second because in that 1v3, one of the players was planting, another stepped into a frost mat there at the very end. Aqui doesn't win that 1 versus 1 against Joystick. that suddenly is a very precarious situation they find themselves in. So very nearly there saw Matchko tripping up at the final hurdle and losing that round. But
Top 5 teams across all regions based on what you've seen so far.
Lots of pressure being exerted. It felt like Virtus.pro had nowhere they could stand.
I mean, FaZe, Furio, W. I don't even have to watch to be like FaZe, Furio, W. Some of them are fucking really good.
Always a response of some kind of very well.
And then Virtus.
Now we've got to see
Virtus Falcons are going to be good, obviously.
And
then for NA, DZ, MAD.
Interested in the site choice.
I need to see Shopify against like a better team. Shopify mostly like Stompn and noobs, but once we see them against it, they only really play DZ and MAD at the very end, so I mean that really determines their power rankings in my opinion. Not really. Won't be real. They'll roll everyone else just because you know they're a good team, but top 3 NA definitely SR, MAD, DZ.
So again, it just for me it just adds that extra layer. Matchco have got to take all the same ground that they did do
When you
last
watch
time.
SAO, you bum ass streamer, Nate Whitworth committed for real? No, on God. On God, Valtteri, on God.
Whereas last time around, that was sight. So we'll see if Virtus.pro can maybe just burn out a little bit more time.
You'd hope so.
Come back, bro. For your own sake as viewers, you don't want to come back. Every Jinxie viewer in the chat should be rooting for like the winning team to win faster. Otherwise, we might not see Stompn in time.
We saw it in Leo's.
I might not be able to catch Stompn Rainbow Six, bro.
Yesterday, 30 seconds in, they flooded in, dumped utility, and a really good set piece plays. There was very little the BDS could do about it. I'm looking at this one and thinking of a Matchco, a map like Chalet, you can still move pretty quickly through it. It can
Typical.
be quite fluid.
Asha's actually playing more so
be able to slow them down too much here. More be able to outgun them is going to be the key thing. That's often where Virtus.pro have found so much success before. You're looking for more of that now.
Just don't go to class. It's the first class of the year. I don't know if I can do that, bro. I don't know if I can skip the first fucking class of the year. I'm gonna be real with you, Chad. Or not the year, sorry, the quarter.
The least played on Chalet, so I'm kind of right when I'm saying pros don't play there as much as other sites, but
could clear on the shield.
A bit more defensive success there. So
that's good looking on tech so far. Might just be like both teams are way better on attack.
Away from them for the time being. Matchco managing to get that nade in and just take away Joystick's shield, so that is a big first step for them here. It's going to start giving them a little bit of room to aggress into Ivy to start pushing Joystick.
But if they want me to go to things, I will. Shepard's 0-6 too. Holy fuck.
All said about it being a bit
you would never guess Shepard to be 0-6, but he has been planning for his team. Like, that's what perfect attacks look like, dog. He's 0-6. He's planning for his team. He's like, he's doing his fucking job, bro. He's doing his fucking job, bro.
Pasha, you thought for a moment might carry on the killing spree, but he has been very much.
Oh, okay, yeah. Matchco are warmed the fuck up now.
That's all but 1 round of entry going.
Up his own entry. Oh, there's a guy below. Good. What the fuck? There's a guy in lobby. He traded though. Jesus fucking Christ. Top 4 control, Mako. They don't have short control. VP don't even have short control either. Yeah, they're kind of fucked. They have nothing. VP just playing like hella fucking bunkered or something on defense.
Lion are going to be 2 big components in that final execute if they get the opportunity. As it is, they still have them on side, so they can still use.
Joystick should take up the short, in my opinion, like right now. Like gamble it. Or he's going basement up fucking fire stairs. That's not bad either. That's not a bad win con either.
They're looking at bar, kind of like, where is this diffuser going to go down? Where can
this is a good crossfire from fucking Shepard and always. Pasha going down the fucking bottom fire stairs is good. Oh, but he falls off that B. Oh no. Oh no, their enemy's gonna execute him this time.
With pressure coming in from 90, instead they're gonna have to step forward and try and find their kills.
Big flank from fire. Big flank from fire. Big flank from fire. Pasha, what are you doing? Pasha?
Got no choice but to wait here for the Bs to time out. Steps across for the 1, gets rid of 1, but Ndora.
Did you just really wait out the bees until the very end? This guy really waited the entire duration of the bees while his team was in the shits? Now they're slipping up, bro. What the fuck? That was a big fucking slip up, bro. Like, just tank the bees and fucking go. You have the perfect win condition. Your teammate called out where the other guy is. If you stop the plant before it goes down, you win.
because we're starting to see a bit more tension and a bit more stress in the server. Virtus Pro for the first 4 rounds were very comfortable. They were going in, they were getting kills. So even though they were losing those opening fights, they were getting in pretty quickly and being in those opening engagements.
What are the
Whereas
rankings?
now, both teams know that they are in a fight to the death here. This one is probably going to go the distance, and it's absolutely anybody's. So in line with that, you start to see that risk-taking just drop off a little bit. So for the first 4 or 5 rounds, the average opening kill was coming at about a minute into the round, so 2 minutes left on the clock. As we've seen the last 3 rounds come out, 3 or 4 rounds, we've seen that steadily dropping to a point where in the last round, there was only a minute left on the clock. So it took an extra minute for us to see that opening kill. So things have slowed down massively.
I'll just pull back to what I said back in that first half, Tim, and that I feel like I say nearly every single game, there are 2 halves to a game of Siege, and you are seeing a very different half now to what you saw back in the first. Matchco on the rise, Virtus Pro really scrabbling to find an answer. That last round admittedly came down to a 1v1. It was close, but I think that 1v1 stat line suggests that it was closer than maybe it was, because the clock was massively against Matchco. They were the ones having to, hold down the site. It was Virtus Pro having to stage a retake there. It was close, and it shifted the tides of that round very quickly for both sides. It could have gone the way. We could be looking at a 5-3, but that's how the cookie crumbles. And do they see him? It's on the other side of the mirror window. Never mind. I thought for a second I was like, ooh, outline, surely you can see him there. Like, what's he doing? But no. That's where the observer outline baits you. By the way, I want to give a nod to our observers for that replay that we had between rounds, as we saw the Wamai magnets catch 3 nades and the 4th one hit the shield. Let's give a nod to the boys there. That was real, real nice.
Beautiful capture, beautiful stuff. As always, always performing at their peak. It's just a joy for our eyes. Now then, are we able to see Matchco take over Solar here? The push continues. We
The
see them on the
spectators
stairs,
yesterday
on the
were
windows, Ghost
avoiding
in position
Stompn.
again. We saw how much work he did from this double window previously. This
Dude.
time, the Magnet is going to catch out some
You got your
utility
opinion from
assistance.
Jinxie.
Continuing again, VP to
Jesus
just hold
Christ.
Matchco at bay. Dan
But
manages
like,
to
no,
get
they
that
weren't,
opener
man.
for
Stompn
only
just
the
didn't get a lot of
second
action,
time
and they
for
actually did
Stompn.
observe
Always
Stompn.
doubles down, taking down 10.
But like, you got your
5
opinion from
versus 3, and it's
Jinxie
the
because
Blackbeard
fucking
gone.
Jinxie's his
Big
friend,
loss
and he
for
just wants to
Matchco.
see a guy that's last alive every round. When like Doki and fucking like all the engagements are happening in front of Doki and Moira.
They still keep on fighting.
Stompn's like playing closer to fucking sight, being more so last alive. And you want to fucking watch that guy for the whole round. Okay, how the fuck is Virtus Pro losing the 5v3 on this? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh!
He gets 3 in a row and closes out the round. Virtus Pro back in the lead again, 5-4.
Is this SI? No,
That
this
was
is
so
Pro
close
League. This
for
is just
Dora.
Pro League.
He just stepped the wrong way. He had a gamble. It was 50.
This is regular season
Does he
NBA.
go left? Does he go right? He picks right. Pasha, he picks the opposite side and gets the kills.
They
Closes out
literally
with a
showed
triple, and
one of
Virtus
its 8
Pro-
kills. Bro, how many do you think, chat? Like, oh, you're gonna make me lose it, bro. None of you guys have fucking ever watched Pro League, and you're going off an opinion from watching fucking Jinxie, bro. Like, literally, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Bro, name the fraction of kills we've seen from fucking, like, Joystick, Dan, Always, fucking Lalo, Ghost, Teb, like, name them. Name every single kill you've seen from them and where they were. Oh, wait. Oh, you can't. Because they watch what? They watch Pasha. Because Pasha has more action. Just name every single kill then, chat. It's just the way the game works.
And I think, yeah, I think we do. You know, you've got a team who
When is the first actual tournament? You mean LAN? EWC is after this, and then the next major's in Munich in November, and then SI is going to be in February in Paris.
And now again, stretching Virtus Pro to the limit. So, yeah, I think it just goes to show that there is an awful lot of depth in EML, and there are no easy
You got anger
games.
issues? Yeah. Fett is pushing Ubisoft propaganda? Oh, word? As a matter of fact, 9v1 stopping to make it fair for the 9 enemies. Oh, okay.
You've got top teams losing to bottom teams. It's absolute chaos. You want to see chaos go?
Will I see you in Munich? If I get invited, yeah.
Previous few results, you'll look at that and just go, is there a mistake here? Have these teams been put the wrong way around? No, it's just bonkers, but this is the joy of league play, right? I know
you left? Oh, here you are. Hi, baby.
You know, you end up going to a very neutral map, and it doesn't really get to decide the best team. Like, whether or not you go to the majors, all based on a bunch of best of ones.
Stompn fans becoming as unbearable as GT fans. Yeah, but I'm a Stompn fan myself, so
it does invite some really interesting.
Sadly, I'm just as unbearable.
Adaptations and surprises, which is what we're seeing a lot of so far. I love it.
Another library hold for bar.
Let's see if this mezzanine.
I mean, this time I think just double up blue. Like I think Matchco's very much telegraphing the IV flood again. Just double up blue. Just have another guy playing lower blue plat peek up off of it. Oh, the blitz might be the fucking crux though. The blitz might be like the crux and the backstab that fucks him over. This is essentially Lolo. Like Mako win condition right now is this blitz essentially catching them by surprise through that window. The counter pressure. Let's see if it works though.
That's looking to get in through there.
Oh, this could be interesting. They're trying to pull off a set-piece play here to get rid of Dan.
Here comes the fires, clears off Joystick with the shield. So then what happens to Dan now?
It's really crucial. Always has already gone. They've burnt out the player top library. That leaves Dan quite exposed, which is why they're stepping his.
They're leaving Dan alone.
Oh, they only come out into a 3 versus 3. Ted pulls them ahead. Dora.
This is a nightmare for Stompn fans right now. We are not catching his game. It's chalked.
Right now, it's the
this match going fucking far is a nightmare for Stompn fans right now.
Now he has to find
for everyone, for all the Jinxie fans' sake, bro. Right now, you want what is this next game, bro? You want this game? You want the next game to go fucking 7-0. Secret Fnatic. All right, you guys are praying to God that this game goes 7-0.
A couple more because it's been an unbelievable game so far. Big moments from both teams. We've had mistakes. We've had teams absolutely smashing it on both sides of the board as well. Great entertainment. Great siege that we're witnessing. Virtus Pro have certainly been quietened a little bit in this one.
They have a little bit, yeah. It's a tough one. And you know what I just thought was really interesting looking at it for a second then when Shepard was stuck in that spot and he's now 1-8, obviously not having a strong game. He's one of those players that I don't think it matters like what his scoreline looks like, is that you just have absolute faith that he is doing all he can for the team, right? It's something that we've heard the players say before, we've heard other players and other teams remark on the same. Entirely selfless. You won't see him lighting up the kill feed and getting a multi-kill every single round. He isn't that kind of player, but if he's
Wizard goes 17-0 and Fnatic wins 7-0. Oh, word?
Like, no problem,
You just want VP to lose? Why VP to lose? Is this VP not being that strong on Chile or Mako being really good? No, it's both teams are better on attack. It's just both teams are really good on attack. Like VP started off with a 4-0 attack cap, and Mako are fucking matching the same.
You can't afford to have 4 gunners and a support player that can't shoot. Not saying that he entirely can't shoot. Of course he can on his day, but I just again think it's really worth praising someone that can play that style of role and not be fazed by it. That's a nod towards you as well, Tim. You're the shepherd of the stack.
Well, you know, I did think that was probably, you know, the point that you were really making, you know, that Shepard was just a lucky byproduct, really, if anything.
Crucial needed member of the stack is what I'm calling him, mate.
Certainly is. Look, you know, we've known for the longest time how much value is brought by those players. You know, it's why Souls, Breeder, Shepard, all players like that, you know, are so critical, and they are so sort of revered within their teams and within the community as a whole. But here we go then, round 11. We are well into the action phase. Matchco were able to get themselves back into the opening kill game in the last round, so only 2 rounds out of 10 have gone in favour of Virtus Pro so far. 20% on the opening kills is seriously low. They nearly get themselves another one there, though. Lolo will indeed drop. It's going to be Dan taking out the Ash.
I don't know why he didn't hold the cross on that guy. What, didn't he nated him?
Yeah, that was
like he could have held his cross and potentially got a kill. He got away with it. Off the nade.
It's
Are you
kind of
coming to
crazy
EWC
that
if I get
Matchco made
invited?
A few mistakes like this across rounds, yet are still keeping themselves so damn
I'll go anywhere if I
competitive.
get invited.
Shepard
If I don't get
now
invited, I'm not
falling.
fucking coming.
Happy
I'm just
getting
streaming
one
it from
back,
home.
but again, to round up that point,
I get
Matchco
more
make
stream
mistakes
hours that
and
way.
still save the round. Virtus.pro are, I think, somewhat at the whims of waiting on that mistake to occur so they can get a freebie in the round, and even then, it doesn't guarantee they win things out. Just good play by Matchco so far, even with the
Ooh,
mistakes.
they have a guy. They have a guy in solar. What the fuck?
He's got so much joy. He got
You
so
know,
much
always
joy
up there.
from that double
Yeah, they have a
kill
guy in solar.
previously.
Now
It's
they know.
surprise
They
to see
had no
perched
idea.
on there.
Don't come
Again,
through.
it
Now
just
he's
gives
able
you
to hear
so
this guy
much
in closet.
visibility through to piano, through to top solar. You can make life a nightmare for the defenders up on this top floor. Dora did manage to find one. 4 versus 3.
Closed down in the
Pasha's
site.
taken a lot of damage
Now they're
as well.
ISOing the site
Always
player.
is
I
a
mean, this
little
guy
bit
just needs to
low.
stay alive behind the
Matchco
fucking daddy
softening
game when he
him
wins
up,
around
but
for his
it doesn't
team.
matter. If
Team
Pasha's
still has
just
Vert.
gonna
Never
find a
mind.
headshot onto
Why are they
Dora,
giving away their
there goes
lives up
Has
top like that,
Boca
bro?
managed
There's
to
no
win up
reason.
position. All he needs to do is just
Joystick
bide
1v3.
his time, and that's exactly what he's done. 3v1. Surely Matchco get themselves the match
GG.
point opportunity.
Back up, match
Goes
point, dude, holy
on that
fuck.
double window. VP
20
gotta
bomb,
get
but, like,
away
it doesn't really
dealing
matter.
with it. Matchco close it out. 6-5 now.
Holy
All
fuck. I
right,
love
that's
Ace and
it. So
Dez.
they
I love
could be
Ace
in a
and
spot
Dez.
to
They're the
get
best
this one
caster
closed
duo in my
out.
opinion.
Again, it's a bit scrappy at points in the early round. This kind of back and forth players dying randomly out of random positions, and it's a bit like, oh, okay, someone's made a bit of a step-up play, but here's the tank timeout now
Все
for
идеально,
VP.
вы начинаете, они долгие, они ничего не делают, они просто идут на окна, репелятся, ничего не делают, вы успеваете, даже у вас умудряется найти хороший размер, вы остаетесь все время 3 в 3, 4 в 3 в хорошие у вас размены. Проговорите просто, пожалуйста, после того, как вы разменялись, кто что возьмет, не поставляйтесь под дефолтные углы. И не надо делать то, когда ничего не надо делать, не надо ничего делать. У вас есть все позиции и размены. Просто стойте, все проговорите, кто что взял, и если у вас они вам дают время засетапиться, проговорите план, как вы будете дефать экзекьют.
Давайте план, мужики, рассказываю. Гоу в спальню, без мира, просто Ягер Вамай, мут и как уебище ходить.
The voice of Karjeka there, stepping in, offering some words of wisdom. Of course, a former pro player for a long time himself. Now, of course, stood behind the team and offering his words of wisdom and coaching, sage advice to try and get things back on track here. Because, as said to him, it feels like momentum has largely sat with Matchco. Don't get me wrong, they've had moments where they've lost players in positions they really shouldn't be. But overwhelmingly, it feels like they're the ones controlling the tempo of this game, and Virtus.pro are the ones now trying to find a way to fight back. They could yet drop 3 points to Matchco, and I don't mean any ill to Matchco in saying this, but to Virtus.pro, that will be a catastrophe.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Absolutely, you know, absolutely. They need to. As we said it coming into the game. You know, realistically, we saw the socials. You know, the social expectation I think was 81% or 84%. I think it was 84% in favour of Virtus.pro. You know, the reality is coming in here that you would expect them to win. They're the ones with all the experience. They're the ones that have done this countless times. But Matchco are showing up and they're saying, you know what? That doesn't really matter. We don't care who's in front of us. We are prepared. We've got the ability. We are coming in here looking for results. And you know, let's not take it away from them. But if they get this, they move up onto 7 points. And if I have a look at the updated table, based on what we've seen so far today, 7 points will take them up to tie up with Secret in 4th place. Obviously, there's other matches to come for the day that will maybe change that up. But that's unbelievable for Matchco.
I think Dan's just been pre-fired here by Lolo and has downed him. Now, I don't think he knows that he's down inside the bathtub and he should be recoverable. It shouldn't really be a big issue for them. But still a little
Gosh,
bit
they're
of
gonna
a
break kill
crazy
record.
bearing in mind, Team, his shield's still in
He
back
needs
pocket,
7
and he's still
more,
got a
but that would be
frostbite
fucking
also in back
crazy.
pocket here. So that's no chance.
Not if he fucking
Ooh,
dies right there
taking
like
a
that.
Massive gamble there, my son. Worth stressing, by the way, Tim. 20 kills to Pasha's name. Massive map he's having. And yet
Okay, well, he got Pasha lost HP for him to put out a shield just for him to die again, bro. This is hilarious. Jesus, he's fucked here. He's so fucked.
Oh my god, is this where
Matchco's got him tied up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Pasha might be a free kill here, and he's their best performing player.
It's easy to criticize afterwards.
Earth 28. I think it's 27, unless someone broke it.
Too dangerous.
I'm pretty sure it's
That's why he
27.
wasn't doing it to begin with. Dan can't crawl out of there. He's stuck in.
Is it not 27, or is that just laying? I don't know.
It's right next to the window. You know it's going to be being watched more than likely if there's already been a gun battle there. Like you say, maybe he doesn't know he's down Dan, but as soon as he sees a body jump in there, he knows for a fact he's downed him. So he knows that there's two.
K's did?
So when he's
29.
killed one now,
It is?
he knows that Pasha's still stuck in there, so he can just
What do
hold
K's
it.
get?
Real big problem for them, and it was. I get trying to get your teammate.
It's
back on his
27?
feet,
I have
but
no
they've lost
idea.
Far too much for that
I thought it was
opportunity.
27, like Onigiri, 27. And then someone tied him, I'm pretty sure.
Aqua too wise for this. He's been on this window a few times, so he knows the kind of things that's going to happen to try and kill him.
27.
And I do agree with you there. He's got no
Okay,
choice
yeah,
'cause it's
come on.
so early in the
Win in
round.
regulation,
Now
that's good.
Shepard has gone as well. It's gonna
Yes.
start falling down. What on earth is
Yes,
going on
we
there?
might be on time. All right, and then Fnatic. Next game needs to be a 7-0. It needs to be a 7-0, chat, for us to be in time to catch the whole game. Matt, go, good win. Congrats to these guys. Good job, you guys.
Fett has time for one round.
Okay, I don't know. I'll stay for like a half. I'll be a little late.
Nah, I'm feeling another tech pause here, dog.
Okay.
Guys, I'm ending predictions when the action phase starts in both streams.
And both trip. Holy shit, 500 fucking real dollars, 500,000 real dollars on on G2. You guys are rich. You guys are fucking rich.
As hell.
Real shit, different day. Real shit, different toilet.
Onto the balcony that we're looking at now, so BDS will likely try
All
and
right.
get that open in some sort of fashion, so that they've got a bit of pressure.
Skyscraper.
As well.
Absolute raise to me. It's been brought to my attention.
Stompn versus #1 statistical player.
Is that if G2 win this
Oh,
game,
Top
dude.
killer
a Stompn interview. So
Top
finally get to hear
killer.
from the
in
man
the
himself
EU. Who
about
wins?
The
Who
top
wins?
killer.
his thoughts on the game overall itself. At this point, it's probably the game that G2 are going to lose.
I think it's gonna be an office site off the rip with the BDS doing the, or not, no, it's the G2 holding the like Geisha kill box.
The start is where things kick off. And for now, as you saw, also G2 are quite spread across this.
Yeah, they need to
I
ace
will
open.
say-
Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, I will say G2 and Sky is gonna be, it's gonna be kind of scary. This is a little scary game here.
Oh yeah.
I think out of any, like, even if G2 is like the better team here, maybe statistically on paper, theoretically, it is Sky, and literally anything can happen.
Yeah, yeah.
This could be the first L.
So early little
M2C. Rex also got a pretty big YouTube following. Oh, Stompn already opening death wallbang, and now they ace open this wall.
Oh,
They ace open this wall. Oh, it's muted though. It's muted. They have to ace open the wall in order to clear this Blast out of the Geisha kill box. Their whole strat revolves around Glass, wasting as much time as he possibly can right here in Geisha. Reinforced off from Pink. Okay, really important frag on the outside Geisha player. They want to keep him in there.
Udoki's feeling that. Udoki's already feeling that.
You got the sideswipe here, I think, from Drum. Like, it's good aggression from G2. Really looking to keep BDS at bay. And I was partly
this
thinking there
was
might be a bit of a
moving.
rush coming out from BDS. But only 2 players on
Freck
site.
was
They
actually
could've
the first
gone
one to kill Stompn, the #1 rated player.
We can just straight
W
First ever
storyline.
league. That's Stompn's first Pro League death.
First ever Pro League death, by the way, by this
That is
guy.
his first Pro League
35. He's
death.
also got
Nobody
35.
has. Stompn has not bled yet.
Man, honestly, think of this up and doing ads. He's also got 35,000 subs on YouTube, so this guy's no joke. He's got YouTube subscribers. We all know that's what measures skill.
Wait a second. This guy's actually playing for the YouTube video, if you think
Oh
about
god,
it.
oh god.
Usually people play for the Twitter follow or the friend request. This guy's playing for the whole fucking.
You used to push out that YouTube video like pronto, like I remember you would play a game and that video would be out in like seconds, bro.
Yeah, you know how we get down. We gotta capitalize on all fronts. That's the birthday boy right there, by the way. Birthday boy with a kill.
Happy birthday, Laura.
Laura.
Huge fragger for his team. Oh, what a shot by Shaiko.
I mean, it's a good trade back from P4 onto Loira, who, as we've remarked several times, has had an incredible
That's a high ash charge.
stage so far.
Yeah, they
At the end of the day,
fucking
though, Tim, it's
oh, big
boils
flank.
down
Whoa,
to
flank,
Big flank
flank,
by Blast.
flank.
Do they know though? Do they have any idea?
I don't
They're
think
on like
they know.
perfect tuck spots to like dodge a flank.
Freck now down to one.
And that gives the Thermite the idea of what's going on. They're already in.
Lasmo finds one, but Blaz is there for the trade.
Oh, sprinting!
Oh,
Way
no.
too much sprinting.
Freck double kill. Freck triple kill. That's the #1 player. That's the #1 rated player.
Dude, this
Yeah,
guy's
Freck's
fucking.
done absolutely everything that round,
This guy's
really.
fucking.
Getting those 3 kills has pushed them over the line. Blaz really got caught out there. I don't think he needed to get that aggressive, trying to run back into small bar. And
Dude,
get
I'm
aggressive
not.
onto
I'm
start.
telling you, bro.
Just- he
If
never
all
had a
these
chance
Pro
to
League
get
players just
himself into that
unbound fucking
gunfight,
sprint,
and there was 15 seconds left
they'd
on
be
the
so
clock.
much
From
better.
G2's
Oh, yeah.
perspective, you know, maybe
they'd
try
actually
and
be
make
so much
them play
better.
because
I've actually,
we've
it's
spoken about
crazy,
this
like, because
before.
like I've been watching
In a
more Pro League.
2v2
I've always
for
known this is a
example,
thing.
somebody
I have
starts
the
playing the
habit of it
diffuser,
too.
leaving the other in a 2v1.
But like, it's just so.
Dude, it's like they always do it right as they're about to like get close to someone too.
Yeah. I mean, granted, you know, we got the all-seeing eye.
And then aggress at the same time.
That's crazy, bro. Observers are finally like, all right, guys, we get it. You want us to watch Stompn? We start watching Stompn. He's just fucking wallbang.
I know. Dude, people were talking.
People
like,
don't realize, yeah.
People were fucking complaining in my chat. Like, actually, like I know Jinxie was being ironic because that's his friend. Like, I don't blame Jinxie, but the viewers were actually like, they watched Evan.wild like 4 times yesterday. What did that guy do? And we what Stompn wants. I mean, like as if,
I mean,
bro.
dude, they just don't realize. They literally they're just new. They're just new as well.
You guys realize they're not purposely avoiding Stompn, right? Like they're just looking at who's they predicting who's about to take the most action, and Stompn's always in like a lurk position, like a passive lurk or a fucking passive like near sight position. He's not like he wasn't directly on the roam yesterday, chat. So there you go. There's your answer.
Wait, they're spectating fucking Stompn. You see this?
Oh my God, Jinxie's box!
That's actually crazy.
They did a
That's
full
actually
fucking
insane.
they did a full fucking cam for just Stompn, bro.
That is crazy.
Crazy.
Leaning into is quite a spicy lineup.
We have a full POV of Stompn for the entire round, bro.
Uh-oh, rehost.
Oh my God, I'm never making it
that's
to
a valid
class.
rehost. That is a valid rehost.
Was there a repel bug?
At the potential of
Yeah.
the gadget, but I think as you just saw, there was a player stuck on repel.
Yeah, I told you, dog. You're cooked. Your ass is
Dude,
cooked.
I'm never making it to class.
You're not gonna be a scientist, doctor,
Oh,
fucking
please.
proctologist at this rate, dude.
Which is, of course, the POV of Stompn. He was on the Valkyrie moving across that top floor.
Coffee on the hat.
Obviously,
Coffee on the
big
face.
supporters. So we will get back in as soon as we can. But yeah, good start from PDS. Very solid. It was reliant on those kills coming in from Freck.
I might actually protest. No bow box. There was no bow box.
Dan, thank you for the sub and Jonah. I appreciate you, man.
Because
where's the
G2
bow box?
otherwise
What
may
the
punish
hell?
them, but
Where's the Fett box?
the thing that impressed me the most about it, to be honest, I commented on the low intel.
Fett box,
PDS
fart
had.
box.
G2 did a great job on
Whoa,
the drones. At the
now.
point where I mentioned it, there was only 2 left on the side of BDS. So you basically go
Social
in blind
predictions
to
on
every
this game is
gunfight. All those fights that they won,
80%
very
G2,
little information for
20%
them to go off,
BDS.
and they were still going in, face checking, and winning out those fights. So G2, particularly in the gunfights, going to need to sharpen up a little bit.
Well, although granted, it's that for those early stages of the game as well, where it takes a bit of time for teams to warm in. Saw it in our games earlier on, like even the last one that we cast as well. Fnatic had an interesting start to the game. Of course, things then changed very, very swiftly, and we got to the point we did where ultimately they found themselves on the losing end of that matchup. But even throughout the day itself, like you've seen some teams having very slow starts, taking a few rounds to really warm into things, then obviously once they get themselves cooking, things change very, very differently. And in fact, one thing worth noting, Tim, as well, we were speaking about Stompn already, but it is indeed Loira's birthday.
Birthday, Lord.
Birthday, boy. Leave a link in the sub and Jonah. I appreciate you.
Birthday.
Something, but I think he'll just settle for
Fett,
the 3 points.
Chinese birthday now.
Yes, sir.
I'd be more than happy with that. 3 points in the
Looney
top spot on your
Shire,
birthday. What more
Kyla.
could you ask for?
Looney
Of
Kyla.
course, it was secret who jumped
Looney
ahead of him earlier
Shire,
on, but still a
Kyla.
nice day for him.
Looney
No complaints.
Shire,
You can very
Kyla.
alone in the dark.
Nice,
Sit through a
nice.
rehost.
I'll be
It's not
sitting
the
that
idea of how
to
I'd like to
Loira.
spend the birthday, admittedly, Tim.
Well, it just shows the reality.
Happy
of
birthday,
these
Loira.
slots a little
Happy
bit as well.
birthday.
You know, obviously, Loira is located in Europe, but originally from Brazil. So, you know, he's away from his family and his friends and things like that on his birthday. And, you know, it is unfortunate.
Can we get this fucking show on the fucking road?
I mean, I hate to break it to you, dog. They're not even in the lobby.
Away from home and whatnot.
Charles, leave this up and
They
Jonah. I
are not
appreciate
in
you.
the
job
lobby.
requires. I don't remember the last Valentine's Day. I was at home, SI.
What happened? Stompn 1v5, Ace one tapped everybody, and the admins are reviewing the footage, making sure he's not cheating.
Just like, are you going to be home for any Valentine's Day? And I'm just like, no. You'll have to come out with me. It's the only way it's going to happen. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're just going to keep on missing these. I don't write the rules. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. I don't remember the last one that I was at home for. It'd be because even before. I mean, I've worked.
Ooh, wait, those are some fucking cool ass stickers, bro. Freck's got like the SpongeBob stickers on his fucking wall behind him.
So we're talking a good 6-7 years since I've been at home for a Valentine's Day. It always costs me. I will say that. You know,
Holy shit!
required to make
Tank,
up for my
what's
absence.
up?
Of course, you know, Vicky certainly sees that opportunity. But
Is that the unspoken rule? Like, you know it has to be a thing, or is she putting pressure on you to say, nah, you've got to sort this?
She's never mentioned it in the
I'm gonna
What's
get
up,
to
Boomer?
this skip class.
But, you know, if you
What's
didn't
up,
do it, you'd be
Boomer?
dead.
Wait, yeah, like how important is this fucking session today, dude?
Nice would be in a way
It's the first one.
to make sure that
We got like a human cadaver.
What? Fuck, dude.
Wait, actually?
I want some of those earlier
Yeah.
on. I think it was Savage
Rip.
to disappear. Happens sometimes in the middle of the game. Nature does
Are
call.
we for real?
Should be able to get things back underway in just a moment. Only really just
Wait a
started
second.
working
Have
with
you
this
been
game, of course,
clickbaiting
it's
this whole
worth
time? I thought you were
stressing
like
down so far,
in this
so
program for a while,
some
bro.
time. We'll get ourselves moving again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's the
like,
first day of
there's
summer
quarters.
class,
There's
though.
quarters.
Summer class. Wait, you flunked, bro? Holy
No, it's
shit.
quarters.
You flunked?
It's a quarters. It's a
looking like we're immediately going in.
Well, no, there's attendance. Like, there's attendance. Like, grade attendance is part of your grade.
Yeah, you know, it's
Wait, that's
kind
kinda-
of with the esports lifestyle, isn't it? You know, you get to see amazing places and travel around the world, and essentially just.
Do they not know
Very
Stompn's playing right now?
fortunate to, you know,
Like,
maybe,
have you let them know
enjoying
that Stompn
this,
is playing?
You know, this fantastic game that we've
Not
fallen in love
really.
with.
Maybe I should have VOD reviewed
at
this,
the same
Dapper. Maybe
time,
I'm
it does
like,
come- especially
maybe
for
I am
players,
trolling.
You know, more so than anybody, with a lot of sacrifices.
Might be trolling.
Obviously, I spoke to, you know, I had the opportunity to speak to Doki's mum in an interview. We
This is
saw
a long
couple
tech
of
pass.
weeks ago, on the first play day.
It's a
actually.
real long
And it
tech
was really
pass.
fascinating
Man, I
to
really
speak
wish
to
I
her.
didn't have
She
anywhere
was
to be right now.
brilliant to talk to. You know, one of the things that she said is, you know, obviously there's a lot of the fantastic things that go with it. She said, but you know, something that people don't always see is the difficulty and the sacrifice. You know, for the players, the
Doki.
family events that they miss, you know, all these things when they scrim in.
Yeah,
and
why are we
play.
getting so
Almost on the
dark?
lobby.
Dude, I'm going to lose my shit.
Pengu over the years on the talent team when they've been with us, of course. And
Wait, can
you
we
know,
just,
heard
dude,
about
we could just like
the
have you,
heroes
you can
and
leave now,
the
and then
work
Dapper
and
can
grind
like
went
make up like a
into
Fett
that G2
AI,
success
like
story.
avatar.
True.
Enter into G2.
Dude,
And
hang
then-
on, Fett.
It
Just
really is,
put this
you know,
picture on the
a true
screen where your
dedication
face cam
from
is.
the players.
A lot of sacrifice gets made. It's one thing Doki actually always said was he still lives near home now. Of course, he's got his
There
own
you go.
place.
Well, that's
but
an
he's
ice
cold
got
water
a lot of
bottle.
What is the
his
point? I've
friends
never
with his
realized
man.
what is the
I think
point for like the
quite
crazy
grounded
games
in the
between
character that
like
he is
the
today
crazy
is
break between
he's
games
off by himself somewhere, and the only thing he doesn't know is the team.
on
he
this
doesn't have a life
fucking
outside
on
of it. I'm sure
online
there are plenty of
league.
players
Like,
that do. I mean, Cryan also
Wait, is that a
former player
pretzel?
that we know
Oh, I don't
very,
wanna
very
open that on
well.
the
I think
fucking
you
stream.
have to look at his Twitter these days and know that he's
I was eating it on
Is that a
stream.
pretzel?
That was a
Is that a pretzel?
breadstick. That's a breadstick.
Oh, the breast.
What did you think I was doing? I was on stream doing it. What do you think I was doing?
A lot of
I
muscle.
was
What do
just
you-
double checking what it was,
What do you
bro.
think I am,
Even when he was
Bolo?
playing, he was
Oh, he
still
was-
Who do you think
yeah,
you are?
definitely
Yeah.
Cryan's always been.
Who do you think
that, you know, was
He just jump scared my
himself,
stream with
and
that
he was, you know,
picture.
very keen on his fitness and everything else. But yeah, he's
Dude,
certainly,
I'm going
certainly
to like
ramped
what
that
what
up
is
to
the
another
need for the
level
20-minute
since
breaks
since
between
he's
every
stopped.
game?
I think Anderson's a similar story, of course, over in Japan. Also
Like, get the guy in the interview right after the game finishes, bro. Like,
enjoying himself. There's some pictures out there in the
holy
wild, but
shit.
how good's
All
to
right,
get
come
back
on,
into
come
the game
on.
now? Thank
Clash,
you very
Stomp
much
and
to
Clash,
the
Stomp and
guys.
Clash.
About the delay.
Frack had 3
Now,
kills.
so
He was
back to
3-0
the
before this. You gotta remember, it was a rehost though, but it's a 3-0.
Barbecue. That's
No
something
clash
interesting
ban.
stuff coming out that for
G2
the
with a
Outlook
double
players
shield
are
ban, but they still
largely gonna
bring the
stick
clash.
in towards the Ying
BDS with double walled mount ban to make sure they get.
double shields.
Whoa, wait, Stompn in the clash.
You get that
Stompn in the
vertical
clash.
control above, which is necessary for this site. All those fuse charges can do a fair bit of work on any.
BDS with the double walled and all ban to make sure they get Geisha wall open every single time. This looks like a direct.
Okay then.
Fuse?
It's
Is
gonna
that Fuse
be,
shield?
As you said, kitchen barbecue, but it's going to mean clearing as if it was tea and karaoke. So
Might be
BDS
Fuse shield.
will want that top floor control. Likely coming
That-
from the office
that looks
exhibition
like Fuse
side and
shield.
work their way across. There's a
Yes,
spot
sir.
Bro,
that
this
top
is
floor
so
clearance. Make sure
fucking
you've got
like.
control,
Wait,
make sure you've got it locked down.
when
And
Virtue
then
was
you
on
can move
Secret,
to
bro, they
starting
always
position.
would run
Use
fucking
minimum plasma.
shields.
We've
Is
seen
it-
a bit
is it
more
just a
Fuse
Virtue
lately.
Jinxie box.
But,
Jinxie box is back.
Again, you know,
Oh, wait.
people may be starting out playing
W.
the game
Stop
a
and
little
play
bit
Clash,
later
the drum-
in game.
the drum
May
set.
well assume that Fuse is
It looks like
there,
a direct.
getting
It looks like they're
kills
gonna
and
open the
getting
wall,
those
Ying
kills,
above,
but
hop in the
finding
window.
players
Yep, they
inside
got
the site and getting those kills.
zapping the Legion Mines to make sure they can hop in for free.
If you get one, great.
It looks like a very, very direct take.
It's to clear out utility and it's to create
Oh,
space.
wait, they're
Ying
going.
above. Oh, they're going. They're
going.
gonna go straight in and start planting the bomb now. It's just a sight straight
Holy.
plant. With the guy hitting to live. Plant that bomb
Wait,
in the
this-
vault.
okay, this Jinxie box is a little too much here, man. I think it's time to turn it up.
Yeah.
No one even hit
It's a
above. They
little
didn't
too
even
much.
open Geisha wall. They had post plant.
Wait,
Perfect post
bro,
plant.
what just happened?
And they're all
This
out.
one.
That's the E1 plant that we used on Beast Coast a lot, except they didn't take any control before. They just went straight for the fucking take.
That is absolute madness.
This team looks
That is
scary.
Bank robbery, Tim, of what BDS have managed to
guys,
pull out here in round 1 and G2.
bombs down,
absolutely
G2.
delivered.
And this is a very defender-sided map. Remember, like the fact that BDS haven't even gotten 2 attacks at all is crazy. Oh, here we go.
He's gonna
Stop
put the
it.
shield in the window? Wait, he's gonna.
Oh my god, he can block it off. He can block it off while they
Not good enough.
defuse.
It's not good enough.
Is it? Can they work? Can it work? Is he sticking? They have to start sticking now.
But with 6 seconds left.
Oh, what are you looking at? Frack with 2.
To disable that diffuser, it's unlikely to happen.
Stompn, 1v3.
Oh,
And that
Not gonna happen. Freck is 5-0 right now. Top rated player in the league, and he's showing why right now.
Top rated, still top rated.
Guys, I think there's something on
Holy moly.
Force players to move around, pick a couple of them off as they do.
All right, I'll be the first to say it. Get the Jinxie box off this
the chance to get
I mean, that was way too much.
At least make it smaller, bro.
That was way too much, man.
At least make it smaller.
I said before we got into the map that I would doubt
That's
we would see
actually correct. You know what? You know what tech is here? If I'm NAL production or EUL production, all right, I'm making a second stream, and I'm putting Stompn's thing on there, and I'm going max ads,
Max ads, yep.
20 minutes.
Yo, EUL, take notes. Take notes.
I would make Ubisoft fucking trillionaires if I were production.
Literally just stream on the B channel, and it's just Stompn POV the entire time with no casters at all.
Yeah, clean feed.
Clean feed, just Stompn POV, max ads.
Problem for G2, just having a look at the overall map stats for Skyscraper, 55% defensive win rate.
Remember, there was a rehost chat. Freck is 5-0 right now.
That I spoke about earlier. So G2, they're going to be.
How about you stop spreading propaganda?
Narrativing. Max narrative. I'm literally Reddit. I'm literally Arsos Pro League right now.
You narrating right now, bro? You
I'm literally narrating this shit right now.
Showed why there was a 55% defensive win rate on Bank. If BDS come out and do the same in the second half, G2,
yeah, a lot of cheese.
Is to get the 4 rounds here and
then
then give themselves an opportunity to stay.
I mean, that's literally Skyscraper attack.
Wait, are they going for a kill? Are they going for a geisha kill, or are they going for like, just straight? No, I think it's a geisha kill.
We've already seen Virtus Pro falling foul of it tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna cut the guy off, but they don't have a guy underneath. They don't have a guy underneath to kill him if he tucks up wood. So I don't understand. Or Geisha Khan, sorry, I don't know what your TZ call out was.
It was either Loaf or Khan, I can't remember. We
double swing on fucking
Repulse.
One of them, they could double swing. They could tank the Nomad charge. Yeah, y'all had a hella gooses, bro. Too many geese.
He's got the glass
and they were all silly, let me tell you.
Karaoke window as well. Smoke.
Coming through. No entries though. It's just baits. What is this for? Is there a lure coming through? Like what's
maybe just like an over rotate here? I don't know.
Utility in instead.
Oh, he saw him. Did he see him?
Oh,
That goes down.
I was gonna say that was pretty bold. That was pretty bold right there. Oh, this guy's in terrace. Ivy.
That's the lurk.
Wait, yes.
It's a pull. It's a pull. They pulled all of G2 to T side and then they took off his side for free.
G2 have held them at bait him. We've had a lot of smokes going off. In fact, all 6 have now.
There's still a setup here. How are they gonna deal with this?
Alamo was off his side. Where'd this guy go, bro?
I think
he just left.
Playing quite safe, but making
I don't think he left you, Ivy.
To keep these players at bay.
It was getting me.
Could be cool. Comes on through here after that.
I'm playing this pretty well actually with the util. Just whether or not he can win this gun.
Important position here is really preventing this attack from moving across that top floor, but it's not going to be
reactivate the early game. Maybe.
He does actually.
The thing is, they still have so much. Ooh.
Stompn manages to find the first blast
onto
P4 as well.
Lots of people are just useless now.
Could be heading towards their first successful round. Blaz manages to find another. Will Stompn pick up the last? No. Virtue cuts him down, but 3 versus 1. It's unlikely he does much
40
more
seconds left.
in this
3
round.
versus 1.
For G2, it's been really good.
Oh wait, that's throw. That's throwing. That's hella throw. That's hella throw. Now this is winnable.
I mean, he doesn't have any yings, but yeah, definitely still winnable.
The only worrying thing is for G2.
This went from like unwinnable to winnable, like just now. They last need to talk for real.
And then it's a 1 versus 1 against.
Oh, they have a ping on 1 too. That's crazy.
Very interesting.
He's got a little bit of intel as well. We can see the yellow ping coming out to tell him that there's one inside a T. 15 seconds
he's playing it too pussy.
That's going to be the
problem. Take risks here.
Just need to play this smart and force him on in. He's just trying to bait him out with a little bit of sign there. He knows exactly where this player is. He just doesn't know which way they face him.
Yeah, Virtue played that clutch like he's been playing for a little too long.
Even if he is low health, still manages to find his
That's one thing I've noticed in EU is that like they'll play clutches like as if they're not going to win them for some reason.
Yes, much better round overall.
I mean, they're all trying to get higher rated than Stompn.
That's true. That's facts.
But for G2,
So
again,
that so
for me,
Fett
it
can
was
make a big
establishing this
video on
line,
him.
Is that why
positions were and saying, cool,
is that why
we know
Freck's top
games
rated? Because they're
we
just a
could
rating
beat
team. They
us
play for
so
rating,
much
all of them
into.
individually.
I mean, he's got 35k
Towards
subs
that
on
karaoke
YouTube. If he
video,
goes
all
over
spikes
Stompn,
going
that's
down.
100k.
They
Easy.
got nothing from that. They had
Shit.
nothing
Easy
to
peasy.
use elsewhere. They couldn't clear, for example, the keybers that were set up around Drum. If they exposed themselves to shoot them,
Azami
Stompn
ban
swims
big,
in,
I
gets
think.
himself a bit of
I
a
don't know. I don't know if the
freebie.
Monty
It was a
ban's
good
as big
hold
as the
from
Azami
G2,
ban.
read the situation well and dealt with that
No.
early pressure from BDS, and beyond that point, it was a very.
Fnatic
Dude, I will say,
Close.
wait a second.
You're muted on TeamSpeak, Ramon. Your mic.
Uh-oh.
Okay, guys, let me speak. Look, guys, let's go for exhibition turtle and let's play for impact trick the bridges. Okay, like so, like put both mirrors like the off bridge and also
Mirror impact trick on both the
bridge.
breaches.
Okay, like, so like if they do they can do the same. If they do the same, you're gonna win the round like we always do. If they go for like a direct attack, we're gonna be annoying with these things on the breach, and we're gonna deny time on them. Okay. Also, guys, like I don't know if you practice the hit take it.
5 out of 10. That was a 5, maybe even a 4.
Okay, if he didn't have as many odds, that would have been good. He only got one round in. He only got one round in, bro.
Dude, I mean, that's literally all he said was just the fucking impacts on the breaches.
That's why you write shit down, chat. That's why you write shit down. As a coach, I was taking notes, so I knew, like, I didn't stutter. Because if I didn't write down, I would stutter. But he's saying, basically, because there's, like, wall denial ban, he's saying to bring crouch mirrors, put it on the wall, then impact trick through the open crouch mirror on both the office walls to keep the walls closed. To kind of, like, throw BDS for a spin off their bans. What do you meowing
I
at?
think they just need to play more hybrid.
Yeah, you gotta play more hybrid here,
I
guys.
have no idea what the fuck.
Ruby said it correctly. We gotta play more hybrid. Okay, let's see. They have the impacts. Okay, so VIP in the office wall, surely.
Yeah.
They need a much better hold here in office and exhibition.
But I will say, like, it is nice though, because this is one of the first times I see, like, the players actually be able to manifest what the coach said.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Oh. Let me at him, Bo.
Like I said, in that last 10-15 seconds, force them to play the game if you're in that position. Force them into the 2v1 when they have to put the diffuser down on the ground. Don't just be running back into site and giving it to them. You know, hopefully they're going to be a little bit more calm, a little bit more prepared.
Well, Robbie's relationship with Glaz isn't quite over yet. Sticking on it once again, though. His team aren't maybe quite seeing the same
Here it
things
is,
that he
the fucking mirror. They're gonna pop it open soon, most likely.
This time around, there's more work to do, and here we go.
Oh, did he get it? He got it! Look at the timing, brilliant. Brilliant by G2.
Perfect timing,
very tough to
actually.
get that open without any range.
They only brought Thermite? No ace? Wait, really?
Thermic on there. Guess what? You're probably getting swung on by someone.
Wait, real? Wait.
Wall, although it's got a hole in it, a lovely.
Did they hide the
shaped
mirror?
hole in it, it's still going to stay closed here, meaning that we won't be seeing BDS
Probably,
push through
yeah.
it anytime soon.
Oh, Freck gets his though.
Freck once again.
Freck doesn't care about the walls.
Freck
might be chill sauce here.
Crazy.
On the top floor attack.
Wait, Bo, are you also confused why they didn't bring the ace? Like, even if they hid the mirror and double reinforce the walls, like that's still like
that the round doesn't end.
you bring ace, right? Like
last time, but BDS are going to be more
I'm trying
than
to
happy
think.
with that and thinking let's have.
I think maybe they were trying to do like some fucking VIP like ISO shit with the glass, and yeah, I mean Thermite is.
oh, and then you can break it into the cups wall, maybe.
Because like yeah, you're literally never gonna be able to Thermite the office wall. Like that's like
Yeah.
that's not a thing. So it would literally be VIP, and I'm sure they were gonna send Robbie through it.
I see.
I will say the one kind of crazy thing here is like their whole strat was going into the mirror denial with the impacts, but they didn't even start office side. Or not office side, T side. Like they literally gave them this whole side, and I don't think they have any mirrors facing it.
Yeah.
Like if you did one VIP and then one on the Ivy wall, that would have been tech. But now they have all of Ivy control here. Like they actually put too much weight into the office side, and they just kind of forgot about this T side here.
But if BDS have no like people around the office block, it's still good at like rat positions. You can like play in like loaf and shit, like samurai. I'm sorry, sword window, whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah.
We'll
see
I
though.
mean, you can, but you just
Oh wow, what a rat by Blaz.
listen, bro. Nothing even matters if you just fucking piece them up like that. 2v2.
Holy shit,
Stompn
Shaiko
alive.
with one.
2v2 in a matter of heartbeats.
Fantastic recall control from Glaz as well. Oh, from Blaz, sorry. Absolute magic when you got that vector. It kicks
I'm able to big stomp around here.
Yep, me too.
Okay, I mean that was kind of crazy out of P4, but
Why is Shaiko
I
sprinting
don't know what
there?
Checo's doing, yeah.
Back of that smoke, and now Robbie
Now they're gonna play for rating again, bro. He's not gonna play for winning this round.
We'll try and find what he
Man,
can,
stick
but
it.
on the clock alone,
Stick
I'm
it.
pretty sure this round is chalked.
Yep, no choice really, other than
Oh.
to just try and stick
Yeah, it's
that
gotta fight for
diffuser
the
down.
stats.
Nitro comes
Yeah.
out, won't find its
Wow,
mark, but
what a
still
big
will.
fucking hiding
That's
spot by
gonna be
Blaz.
the final kill.
Yeah.
Blaz and
was actually
Stompn
huge.
absolutely dominating the round.
See, that's kind of the thing.
What
It's
the
like,
What? Wait, hold on.
Things up 2-2. It didn't look
What?
Did
like
anyone see who was in his background?
I said that earlier, bro. Someone's in the bed. Someone's just hanging out.
Well, I'm at Blaz's fucking room.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were fully naked, and they weren't fully. They were just wearing like a skin tone or like a white colored like outfit. Never mind.
When they found themselves down 2-0, but G2 have
Never mind.
Yeah.
That was the only
Yeah.
reason I investigated because they looked like they were fully fucking naked.
into the game, and I feel like you're now starting to see
Yeah, you had to check that out, huh?
I can get fully naked for you, Fett.
Well, that's just crazy.
Why don't you fold me up like those goddamn proteins, pal?
I'll fold you up, bro. I'll fold you up, bro. I'll make sure.
Fold me up like a goddamn pretzel protein.
I think I'll leave after the first half.
That perfect moment to swing out.
You're gonna miss all that class, bro.
Well, it's an hour and a half class.
Ooh, wait, did you hit him with the family emergency?
The what?
Family emergency?
The what? Oh, the family emergency. No, I said a public transport delay.
Hopefully they don't go to Fed R6.
Well, only one classmate knows my stream, and I said, whatever you do, do not pull up my stream.
I'm sure not.
I'm sure, duh.
Holding on to master bedroom.
Wait, this is a master? Ooh. Is
Also-
BDS advanced enough to take this
To
on?
office an exhibition up above like they did last time around, but certainly
People
not
are freaking the
fancying
walls
kitchen
closed, I
barbecue
guess.
again after BDS last time just
Ooh.
threw themselves in through the window like a missile, Des, and put that diffuser down on the ground. We do see, I'll clarify Des's excitement there.
But did he fake the barricade sound?
Skin that we've got in the game. It is beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's very,
Freck is going nuke. Like, holy shit.
Dogging.
It's all opening kills, too, so it's all, like, impactful. It's not like he's baiting his
Like,
ass off for these kills.
Off the dome, is he like a head on number one right now? Like who's
Yeah,
even,
yeah. He's like
trailing him?
0.2 rating ahead to the second place.
Jeez. That's actually insane.
He's not a baiter either. He's been getting opening kills.
Yeah, he's in the shits.
His time was up there. Could not afford to hang around much longer.
Yeah, BDS with the
Might be the next Stompn, really.
I don't know how they're gonna
Honestly.
fucking walk through
Where's the
Deliv
Freck box?
here without fucking Mez control, without top control. Stompn's gonna eat up on Mez unless they figure him out. They should know he's
I
shit.
feel like they're kind of aware, but like that first round, bro, they were lacking on the flankies.
Oh, here he comes, here he comes.
Big spot, big spot, big spot for Stomp. Really big stop for Stomp. Oh, never mind.
Either way, he was careful. Takes down Fett, keeps himself in position, but no.
They still don't know about Stompn up top.
4 versus 3,
Or at least it doesn't look like it. Yeah.
BDS, I was going to
There it
say
is.
looking good, but it's
They're
that
just full-
man again.
they're just full hitting sight.
He's up 5 and 2 now as he manages to take down Robbie.
They have no aces. Oh, they can't get the wall up because it's muted.
But I mean, they know Mez. They literally
Oh, they
know
found him
one's
out. They
Mez, so
tracked him.
can
They tracked
literally
Stompn.
converge.
They know he's off site. Yep, they're just dying to rats. Everything G2's doing with rats is gonna work. Yeah. G2 found the way to beat him. They just rat. Just rat. Honestly, late round Vegas have
Whoa.
nothing.
The closing kill yet again. And G2 now, for the first time this game.
Whoa, I mean, I got a little deja vu there, Fed. Just rat.
Just rat. But it is a defender set of map, chat. Remember. Last Fett round here. Last Fett round here.
55% win rate for the defense. We generally
Against fast
see
teams,
on
against slow teams, just
Skyscraper.
rat.
So G2 need to be taking
Oh,
that
word?
advantage. It sounded like a big ask, but
Let's
not
get to the
anymore.
chase.
They've got 3 out of the 4, 75% of the way there. They just need to find one more, and they've got a good choice.
Oh, yeah.
To see our karaoke, they can
I mean, I
wanna
think
turn that
here's-
into a soundboard.
again if they wish. Up to them. But if they can lock this out, it really.
They've
puts
already
them
got
on the
2
back foot.
attacks.
G2
The
started
BDS
this
already
one
has 2
slowly,
attacks,
but
and they're
I
going
think
back
this
to
is
T.
much more of what we expected to see from them on Skyscraper.
I don't know. I think it's still looking a little dicey. I think it's still looking a little dicey here.
The big question mark for me, Tim, is going to be that second half, though, and how they fare.
I think G2 actually needs to win this round.
Yeah, no, I think I know this is like one of my lines the past few days, but I think whoever wins this round will win the game.
Holy shit, Stomp at
Okay.
6 and 2. Let's fucking go, Stomp, big rats.
Final hump in this first half.
I think it's like the enemy playstyle favors Stomp in here.
I feel like they're justified asking for a 3-3 at this
They're
point.
more likely to get kills than like
I
Alamau or
agree.
Doki roaming, but then like Stomp Stompn's last life. He's ratty as fuck. Like, yo, crank him.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Stompn varying right now.
Well, I was gonna say that's what kind of like a lot of people like whenever like a rookie comes in, they always expect like, oh, Ash, fucking Galio, whatever the fuck. But it's like it's actually beneficial for them to put the rookies on like the back line a little bit.
Yeah.
So that they're not the ones roaming. It was kind of honestly like kind of with like Kobe Lex, right, on DZ. Like he was in like the fucking ISO spots. He'd be like roaming and like he would get cut off sometimes just because it's like that new blood. You don't really know what the hell's going on.
It also helps them like reel in and like figure out the reasoning for like, if they ever move back on the entry. Like, why do you entry when you entry? Last Fett round from E-Chat. Offense extension. Alamau's solo by himself. I think he's triple reinforced off office wall, but he insta dies. Alamau's been getting cranked on these rooms.
I mean,
Look at the drone eco.
I'm not gonna lie, Alamau playing there all by himself. I don't think he has any of those samurai walls reinforced. That's
yeah, he had nothing reinforced. Usually you play there with triple reinforced samurai walls with a shoddy, but
look at Stompn on the pixel. Look at Stompn on the pixel.
Very notorious. Think of the summons. I appreciate you.
Yeah, Stompn is on Goyo here.
That we're used to seeing from him at least last season, back when he was on Falcons.
There you go. In comes the first.
I like that follow up. I like that follow up.
A little bit soon. G2 not really
Oh,
having too much of an option.
Stop it versus Striker. Who will win the gunfight?
Forward using that utility.
Wait, drum's gone.
Down drum stairs.
Here comes Frag.
Wait, we didn't take drum off that? That's actually crazy. Oh, boy.
Oh! Fett shoots his canister.
Good damage. Good damage.
Stompn's feeling it. Stompn's feeling it.
Stop it versus Striker. Who wins the one tap? Stop it!
Does do damage to Freck. Can he find it's Lasmo, I believe, that's on that.
Wait, is Ace in sight?
I don't think so.
Stompn
gets pinged out. Stompn gets pinged out.
He's just holding back the
Wait, we don't have Geisha window open here? We do not have Geisha window open here?
Are we trolling?
Challenge both angles here to keep BDS at bay.
What?
And now Case has gone outside.
P4, you gotta give it up.
That is actually
P4, you gotta
trolling.
give it up.
That is actually trolling, bro.
Stompn 1v1. Stompn 1v1.
What is Shaiko doing in Heart?
Virtue versus Stompn. Yeah, I have to say this is
the console tournament 1v1s, like the reps, every fucking possible scenario. He's played Sploit a million times. It's all led up to this.
The Vector versus the AK-12 as well. This is a pretty even playing field here.
He's done
this in front of hundreds of thousands of viewers. He's done it against Doki. He's done it against Sploit. He's done it against everyone. Pushing up!
Oh!
He doesn't lose those. He does not fucking lose those. He does not fucking lose those. He does not fucking lose those, bro.
My king right there.
Crazy.
Too quick thinking of someone to draw ads.
My king right there.
Alright, well, chat. Goodbye. It's bolo time.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Fett. Have fun, class. Have fun.
Turn your camera off, Fett. Take it off the screen. I gotta have room for the camera.
No.
Alright, bye, chat.
Goodbye.
For a second, new gen Jake or Virtue. Just it must sting
Go bye,
a bit for Virtue.
Go bye,
That
bye.
2-1v1
Channel number one.
come out on the losing side of like you're in that spot.
Tony
You back
Ma.
yourself as a
Tony
world
Ma.
champion to be able to win out at least one of them. But
I
unfortunately,
don't know what that
hasn't
means,
quite
but
been able to.
Tony
Ma.
Took the four-round win streak, and now
That's not
with
what Tony
size,
Ma
they go
means,
on the
dude.
attack, and we'll see what they can deliver. But first,
I know.
you can see
It's
that
not
operator
what Tony Ma
bans.
means.
The first one to
I
be
know.
taken away by BDS.
What are we gonna have
The second one to
here?
follow is gonna be
I'm
that
thinking
Ace
either a
going into
blitz
the double
or an
heartbreaker
ace.
ban. The other side, it's all about the element of electricity being taken
Ace
away.
clash.
Wait.
Yep.
What?
G2 straight away.
Okay. Well, the bans are done for me, and I'm like, what are we talking about?
Oh, shit.
It depends where
My
they're
bad.
attacking as to how.
I was looking at
those
Fett's
fans
stream and
are
not the
going
main
to be on
stream.
Skyscraper. Just seeing that final shot again from
scrolling there for a
more than
sec.
hitting the final shot. You know, that's a 50-50 gunfight.
Wow, what a W fucking boy Doki is, bro. He's just geeking, straight geeking for Stompn.
Yeah.
Seconds on the board for that 1v1, and it is not an easy situation to be in as the defender because the last thing you want.
Yeah, no,
is
I
that
think
case to
G2
go down,
take
because
this
if Virtue
momentum and
is
win the
able
game.
to plan,
Ooh, Stompn up Blackbeard.
Yes. Into their
I would
line
agree.
of sight. So for Stompn to sort of
This is an important round too, though. This is an important round.
This is also a pretty cheese lineup. We have Stompn on BB. We have the Sense and the Cap.
No, I'm still not going to play into it.
Surely
Yeah.
this is just a Sense off either Drum or Ivy, like kill the guy drum or geisha, flame out Khan or geisha from purple or geisha window.
He didn't, and it was well played. But yeah,
so somebody's about to get fucked.
Not having a hard breach available, or one of the two key ones, they're gonna.
Stompn is.
Oh, black take actually. Black take sends off the long haul. Take the guy top black.
You're going fast here.
There's office balcony.
Sends off T-Hall.
Would you call that an
Go for the black guy.
breach? I'm not sure I even would, to be honest.
This guy almost died.
Whoa! What are we naming Stompn for?
Can be a particularly
he wants some kills.
To take out.
I mean, holy shit!
I'm not saying it's ideal.
Ooh, look at that new gun skin on.
Wait, Alamo's going lower with the sense?
Was Toki having an epileptic fit then? I'm not quite sure what was going on.
Why are we going lower with the sense?
Definitely ain't the one. He was sat on drone there. He's probably dead to his dead.
Okay, well, Virtue just wants to lose, I think. So they killed the smoke, and that's pretty huge. That's only like that's like 80% of the battle for this fucking black direct hit.
He's just walking on black.
One kill goes either way. No real.
Yeah, honestly,
as of yet, Alamo is going to send out the light screen and just look to have a
lane blockage there. Not sure about that.
Top of black stairs in behind it may now be able to start creating a position to get in and put the defuse down. This is clever use.
Wait, he crossed. He crossed. I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of bad, but it's still it's literally working.
Hello.
Hello. So much noise around it. Stompn is trying to pressure. With that Blackbeard, but absolutely slammed by Freck onto the stairs, going for a second.
Whoa!
Wait, this is happening. This guy's on the window. Whoa! Wallbang. Bro, just hit it.
Hold on, he's been on a big.
Yo, go below, bailiff that guy off rip. Oh, he's too much hesitation. Oh, okay.
BDS win the round.
Nothing he can really get done there, and Freck, very understandably.
Freck with a little wave of the finger.
Aura farming here.
Deleted by the pressure from top black.
Ooh, we getting
and
here.
on it rolled from there. I was a bit worried, to be fair, because P4 missed the initial cross that could have stopped that going down. Missed the second man as he stepped across, and I thought, man, he really ain't up to it on them reaction times today, is he? But gets a big 2.
Oh, is that the piano thing you're hearing? Or are you talking about?
Freck's 2 shuts the round down.
No, not
entirely.
this.
Wait, this BDS. Keeping G2 at bay,
dude,
in the post plan.
Yeah, it was very good from
It's
them.
like a...
For me, I think G2
I don't even know
were a
what's
little
going
bit
on.
too quick at putting that plant down.
The piano I'm talking about is like when they're on the break screen and it's like a cascading piano. It's like...
Well, dude, there's like some fucking like wind chimes or some shit playing right now. I'm kind of getting spooked.
Yeah, no, it is a little spooky.
Ready for that plant to go down. I'm not sure that they've cleared enough
utility. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, maybe I might be like, a season outdated here, but that was a weird ass fucking black take. It worked.
That was really weird.
I really don't think it should have worked. I really don't think so.
I think G2 have been punished for that. It is one of the.
Well, I'm just really surprised because like
quite often they will go down, but you leave.
They had no control, and Alamo just walked up black with no contention at all.
Well, they probably had a pre-place, but like, I just genuinely don't know why the sense would be going lower. Okay, so the only reason he would go lower is to sense off the holes from Khan, because that's usually what happens. Is like the guy in Khan, like Geisha side, holds the lower black for the black player. And like the sense would work there, but I feel like it's better just with the BB sense off the top and run at him with nades top side, and then have like something lower for like the cut.
Yeah, use a bomb attack.
You'd expect most teams to be able to convert from a 5 versus 4 and turn that advantage into a round.
Looks like they're going direct here, which is a good decision because they're so extended.
Wait.
Ooh, Stompn's lurking. Stompn is lurking.
Effectively use your Maverick to do something like that.
I think Lasmo is just
wait a
posted
second.
on this fucking
Wait a
window.
second. You gotta answer that thing, dog.
Oh
no, not the warded. The warded is on the opposite side. This guy's cooked. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait. Oh shit.
As the shield goes in, Alamo on the blitz.
This is kind of crazy. Alamo was just solo, bro. Alamo was just in there. No, not even Alamo. Who was with him? Moira? Birthday boy.
Alamo just largely sat there waiting for the sun to set. Unfortunately, Tim, it gave time for BDS to reposition. Blitz's advantage is that.
Freck, you're getting shot at. Freck, you're getting shot at.
As much as they tried to do it, he's basically paused there in a very difficult position. Either way, BDS, they keep on.
That was good. That was good from Doki and Stompn. That was good.
Yeah. I mean, they saw so much. This is easily. It's a 3v4, but this is such an easy G2 round here.
hasn't yet found anyone. I'm pretty sure Lasmo is still.
They have everything they can
walking.
want. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you do, bro. In all the panic, you just gotta send it.
Still gets his man. Doki taken out. Blaz on low health as well.
And now it's rough.
For G2
Now this is
here.
rough.
BDS have done this the
Really
right
nice
way,
one.
coming straight on.
They can only lose. Okay, yeah. They know where both of these guys are.
2 rounds, leveling up the score, and then they can
Stop
go
it
to that
1v3,
third
easy
choice
sauce.
tie, and they've got an opportunity to
Never
give
mind.
themselves the advantage.
Never
Robbie
mind.
with the final kill. 4-4. We find ourselves now. If BDS are able to win this third choice site, it's going to be downstairs. It's likely to be kitchen and barbecue.
God, dude, this
I
music's
would
actually tweaking me
guess.
out.
If they go there and win it,
Yeah, it's
G2
like
are
it's
on
like
a serious back foot
Minecraft
because
cave music.
I don't even
or something.
know.
BDS can just win the top 2 floor sites.
I feel like I just walked into
It sounds like I'm in like a goddamn like spa. It sounds like I walked into a spa and it's just like
then you really start to
the
worry.
way BDS have defended them too. I don't know.
they sold blitz. They actually did
Fantastic.
sold blitz.
Great.
They
Yeah,
did
I
sell
agree.
blitz,
And a
bro.
lot of it
I don't
was
know
just
went
kind
in
of
there
those
all by
early
himself,
entries too, like,
and the
I say,
Glaz was
come
just
down
chilling in the
balance,
back
60,
and just
70-second mark
waiting.
into the
I think
round.
he was holding the dragon cut
Getting the entries.
because that is like what you have to watch for on that. But like I think they had a guy in front window pressuring that. So another barbecue. Last time BDS hit literally a quick 30-second plan.
Looking really good for them, and now we've got to see G2.
And now they got to do a little bit more. Oh wait, no, this is
figure out
fucking
how
G2.
they
I'm
get
kind of
through this
tweaking. I'm
one,
not gonna
because
lie.
not forgetting back in the first half, BDS had a wonderful execute onto this site, making use of a couple
A little
of
more
shields
traditional
and all the
G2's
rest of it.
prediction
G2
here.
don't quite look to be cooking the same.
Little demos.
Top it on the Ying.
Got the Frostmats,
They're definitely gonna take top
on the
here.
side of,
Yeah,
G.
definitely.
Little house over Geisha.
You might think at pro level you could be forgiven
With the
for
Capitao.
Top was just with the cap,
never get
okay.
caught out by Frostmats. But because the gunfights are so intense and so quick that they're coming into, quite often these players will be ADS'd when they're going through windows, when they're coming around corners, upstairs, and it just restricts their view. And if they've not been thoroughly drawn...
Whoa, Spellbound spotted. Spellbound on Doki spotted.
They've still got 9 drones on site, but if that work hasn't been done, they can quite often stray into
A lot of pellets.
Frostmats. But we can see now quick work
A lot of
being done
pellets.
by Blaz, who's having a great game actually so far. Today, 8 and 4. He's had some really big moments.
I guess more just Geisha ISO here.
Could do with a couple more.
How many people do they have tops?
It's a rare quiet game for Lawyer, isn't it? Like, at his moment where he hit a naughty shot earlier on back in the first half, but outside of that,
That's a
he's been
naughty shot.
very much invisible.
That leave
He's
ya.
our third highest rated player in the whole competition at the start of the day.
That's out of here.
Certainly been showing what he can do this stage, though this game has been quiet, so it leads to asking who else steps up, and yep,
Oh my
Blaz
God.
has won.
Loira, happy
Oh my
birthday!
God.
Happy
Oh
birthday,
my
Loira!
God. Birthday frags. Birthday frags.
Himself, Freck, number 1 rate in the league gone, and also going to see Lasmo falling by the
Birthday
wayside.
frags.
Exactly the start that G2 needed.
Whoa,
They have
whoa.
to find these offsites as an absolute minimum. They need to
5v2 absolute slaughter.
And by getting the offside, maybe it starts
It's a
putting a little bit of pressure back onto BDS as well. Robbie takes down Stompn in the last of a whole bunch of kills that have come in, mostly in the favour of G2. 4 versus 2, they stand at the minute.
Oh!
Battling a beautiful pistol shot, but it's not going to do any more than prolong the inevitable, as it's 3 versus 1. P4 has got an absolute
That goes in the
fraction,
shits right now.
sliver of
Oh, yeah.
health. He's a breath away from death, and
chance.
G2 now are on the hunt. They're looking for him. They know roughly
Oh.
where he is inside of storage. He manages to hit. A
There's some
beautiful
cool
shot
impactless
from
frags
the
going on here right now, I'm not gonna
This is
lie.
1v2.
They've got a Deimos trap. They can
Yeah, I'm not
find
gonna
out
lie,
where
I
he
already
is,
cut
so
the rest of the
that's what I was
round
gonna
out.
Just pause for a moment, guys.
Oh, yeah?
Over a minute to play
It's
with.
over.
Get the track on. Now you know exactly where.
Why is the music still playing?
I don't know. It's actually making me tweak out, bro. Wait, what is happening here? Oh, this guy's tweaking. Oh.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, I will say, bro, I think G2's really bad at managing like the late round like massive man advantage. I think like the first round they called the timeout. G2 literally just sent it at them.
From P4.
Not very good in the late round on that, I will say.
1v1, much closer than it should have been, but G2, importantly, in the grand scheme of things, when we look at this matchup, managed to get themselves the
What's the
offside.
bands here? What's the bands here?
That kind of poises us ready for
Habana.
going to overtime.
Ooh.
G2 need to come
I'm
out
not
with
gonna
one of
lie,
those
the
primary choice
remaining
sides if
attacks
they
without
want to
any of
avoid
these
that.
like
But given the way the
big dog
BDS
breaches is kind of
played
crazy
rounds
because they're gonna go
7 and 8,
office here, right?
the way that they were able
Yep.
to command those first choice sides,
All you have is the
G2
cans.
certainly got their work cut out.
And if you open up the cups wall, all you can really get is the VIP wall, and that's kind of cooked. That's kind of cooked.
There's no excuse for Laura losing that there. He had to be killing P4. He had the real-time track. Bit of a blessing
Oh,
that
never mind.
there ready to come in and save the day. G2 up to 5-4, a couple more rounds, and they'll steal this up and take all 3 points. But something tells me there's yet to be another twist in this tale. I don't anticipate.
Remember, guys, I did. Wait, what was the prediction? 7-4 G2. I think I did say 7-4 G2. But we are on Sky Tech with no hard breachers up, only cans.
That's my feeling.
And Mav.
Matchup at the minute is that BDS win the next 2 and then fail to win the offside.
Dude, but here's the thing, guys. Matt, if the defenders are ready for it, which I would hope BDS is ready for it, Mapping that fucking geisha wall is literally nightmare fuel, bro. It is so hard to do. You are just bound to die.
Really, you know, big opportunities that
they've taken.
So yeah, great entertainment so far.
So it's hard.
Get into round 10.
Well, it's just the angles you get on it. Like the drum guy can kill you through the prone holes. Nitro from the other side.
This round, and then it'll be followed by Office and Exhibition most likely. BDS, the pressure is on a little bit. They need to make sure that they get.
Stompn kind of slowed down a little bit. He was what, 8-2, 8-2. He went three rounds without killing anybody yet.
They got the diffuser down.
Yeah, I believe with Rios, he's 8-6 right now.
Yeah, on attack, he's definitely kind of like the flex here. The Route Aura, the BB. I don't remember what else he was on. Okay.
Whoa.
Let's slow our horses. Let's slow our horses here, dude.
I feel like G2 have just gone in ahead of themselves. They're not
slow our horses.
P4 who just shoots Alamo in the back. Your blitz is gone. The tip of the spear is taken off. And G2
I mean, that's just a huge blunder, actually.
Like the idea.
Huge blunder.
Don't give them away.
I mean, the Aurora is not instant.
But I think it's just the expectation.
Oh, I think, dude, G2's tweaking.
What?
That's one of those things, bro. I get it. It's like you'll sit there and cook up like a hit for 30-40 seconds, and then the main pivot or the main spearhead of it dies, and you're just like, fuck it, dude. Let's keep doing it. And Wearer just sent it at him, and now Stompn's basically doing the same thing. He's just a bit more reserved. And then who the fuck knows what Blaz and Doki's doing? Bro, he's literally all alone here.
Left in hand, your blowtorch from Maverick.
Do they even know there's 2 over here? Look, everybody's just on cuts, and then Stompn's just the one inside.
If you want to create an opportunity to put the
they're literally just flabbergasted.
15 left to go. I think for the time being, at least, G2.
Okay, so Doki's rotating around. I think they're slowly trying to give up this office side. Maybe Stompn just lurks for it. Doubles up main Geisha or doubles up Geisha. Oh, Stompn got 1. That's actually huge.
First and foremost,
his boy left him.
You've got to get all 5 kills.
So now Stompn has this whole side.
Finish off at the very least, but I think as you say, Tim,
they can really do whatever they want, but it's just will be like a drum hit here because they got the Geisha control or pressure.
That took place over towards this side of the map, because now you've got to deal with the setup coming out from the side of BDS. They've got themselves locked in here, obviously in a spot where maybe
where are the drones up here?
Potentially, they've got an oust in the Maverick outside to go and deal with the electrified reinforced wall.
Damn.
Hey, Blaz takes out.
They are letting them work this.
Suddenly again, you start to ask that
I just simply can't.
One drop main. This guy's trying to flank. I don't think they have flank cams on it, so Stompn's got to be kind of ready for it.
Because he's on the other side, you can see his silhouette there.
Stompn did throw a drone, but I don't think it's going to see the flank.
Okay.
He has to come across.
Oh, they're busted down. Yo, this guy's flanking. Literally a 2v1 on site.
Yes, and it's going to be tough to create that safety. However,
What?
Blaz has really created some space with a double.
Oh my god.
He's going to start putting the
oh my god.
down. BDS see him and are able to stop it. That leaves
they have info. This is over.
Opportunity to do anything other than grab that diffuser and try and put it down. It's an easy finish for BDS. If they'd been able, G2, to get in there a little bit quicker, get those Rower gates out, they might have just had that safety that they needed. If there's a Rower
honestly, that round was just
G2's kind of crumbling. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not criticizing that position. It's where he'd come from and it's where he kind of needed to be. But if you've got your
kind of crumbling here.
Geisha side,
that round was just like like I literally said, it just the main their plan A didn't work because Alamo kind of blundered it. He did, not kind of.
It was Blaz who got the kills coming in, so
there wasn't good recovery though. I will say good recovery, and then P4 almost rolled. P4 almost rolled because that's the thing, bro. Late round flanks like that, it's so hit or miss.
They played it well.
And maybe G2 realized that there was like one missing, like the main guy was just gone, and maybe they had like some black info, and they're just like, bro, just storm the site. We got the pick Geisha, storm.
a shot across the bow, a little bit of a warning for them.
They need to slow down G2.
All their own way to get
Well, I think they just need to like realize it's not the end of the world. Like the only thing I've noticed, like that one, like plan A didn't work, so they just kind of crumbled. They keep running at bodies, or running bodies at man advantages. Other than that, it's been pretty good actually. It has been pretty good.
It's probably need to demonstrate the real efficacy of that operator. We saw during the break the SAL breakdown from Jack and from Leo, where they were talking about how things have played out over there by loss against Loud.
So what is this, Mav Monty for an office? Is this just a direct? Send the Monty cups.
A little bit of time to see them really build into, top level. Like, wow, this is a perfect execute. There is nothing the other side can do about it. We're still waiting to see that development, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, you never want an operator in this game that's useful on every single side.
Oh, never mind. I was like, why are we not nitroing? But there's no nitrous on the board. Bandit Barb, low.
So yeah,
Bandit Barb, low.
When we've seen it used, it's been used to good effect. But like you say, maybe a little bit limited so far. But
yeah, Monty's going cups.
Bandit tricking going on.
Let's see, Warden, Legion, Azami. I wouldn't say these guys. I wouldn't say BDS is necessarily ready for this direct here.
On the side,
definitely not ready for it.
I don't think so. No.
They've done their best there to try and get it opened up.
They're just gonna walk here.
The bottom part stopping to seeing all the reinforcements.
Yeah.
But absolutely mucked it up. So
not a whole lot you can do when a Monty's running at you cups.
A bit more stand-up work, I imagine.
Ooh, that's a big frag. That's their Ivy guy.
Right now, Doki's going to fall down here on the Deimos. It's starting to look a bit ropey.
It's all Alamo again.
On the wrong end of match point.
Yep, and this is why, I
said do you have lesions on the side or anything? Wait, what's the office wall?
Because it just
okay, it's open.
Teams onto the back foot and it really
did they ever get VIP open?
Those secondary gadgets,
no, they didn't.
Chose not to
okay,
do.
that's actually bad. That's bad. That's real bad. They're literally just going to send it through office wall and cups door.
Three of those sort of primary hard
Stompn.
Managed to pick up Lasmo 4 versus 4. We've got a little bit of bullying going on.
Laz is going to hit main late.
That's what G2 needs to do. If you're going to take
away behind barn.
This guy's in the shit.
We're now going to abuse the shields. We're now going to abuse what you have.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Yeah, stopping.
Oh my god.
1 minute left to go. G2 have
I just busted down.
Wow.
I don't know how that works. Like I don't even know what I did.
I think out of that, G2 actually should not have won that. Even with the ops not being in BDS's favor, VIP's not open. Nobody was Samurai window. You have Blaz main, but like, bro, BDS just had to give him a little bit of space. You did not need to do all that.
That was a bit too much from BDS.
What do you want to change in the strat?
Let's
you
have a
guys
listen.
have good ideas, okay? Like so far, those are really good ideas. What's going on with our late rounds? It's simply that we are sitting in our positions, right? Like we're waiting for it to happen. They're very slow, mostly because of the map and what we're causing them to do. So they're very slow, great. Now the late rounds. We need to make our late round less predictable. So either we can retake position, we can retake space, play with verticality like we talked about before the game, or we can swap a little bit some of our comp or the position of our traps, okay? But we need to have a plan for our late rounds, okay? They're just gonna synchronize and push on those late rounds, push our strong position and get the gunfights there. All right, chill the comms, chill the voices.
Yeah, it's a 5.5, maybe a 6.
The thing I was going to say before we jumped into it then was
not enough direction. All putting it in the player's hands.
No one except Blaz
was a fucking
the building, as far as I'm aware. He was on the house stairs looking
player spots. They're slow.
Here,
talk about what you do at the end.
Immense amount of pressure, I think, unless they
play the verticality. Yeah, it's just kind of like.
But it all just crumbles. Like they. You can tell Doki's very happy.
But here's the thing, though.
They were so keen to stop the Monty push coming on through.
I feel like the G2, from what I've gathered from the previous G2 timeout, I don't think G2 got a pretty good timeout either out of that. So I think we're neutral on the timeouts here.
Taking space later. That could have been fine. Disappear into the bowels of the map a little bit and give G2 something to have to chase it.
Bro, that's the thing, bro. As a coach with a timeout, bro, you just gotta tell them what the fuck to do, and then whether or not the IGL approves it or disapproves it.
Their way back in to send us to overtime.
Well, you just gotta say it.
Tough one to control.
You're the one. You're kind of with the all-knowing eye. Granted, it's a little bit harder to do when you're online, but
maybe you know, you're naturally kind of just peeking onto it or onto.
Let's see, what is this?
So, you know, you're naturally thinking, right, I'm going to go. I could win
Match
the round
point.
here. If I go and take
This is
Alamo
match
out
point.
on the Monte, I win the round for us. And I think it is easy to get drawn.
How many
into
kills
those
did
fights, but like you
did
say, I think sometimes on defense, you just got to remember that
Freck have
Did you get
before
that
the Rio?
in your
3?
favor.
Oh.
Don't give them anything. Let them play. You know, they're the ones.
He got a
that
3K,
have
and I don't know
to,
exactly what happened
or most of the
afterwards.
time have to take that onus to get in.
They're just
and
gonna
to
map
get
this wall
aggressive. Just
again?
have
I
a
know.
look to see if he can
Shoot the
find
bandit?
anything underneath this. I don't think G2
Oh.
are gonna give anything.
Are they gonna shoot? No, they're not gonna shoot the bandit. I think they're literally just trying to get it soft, but they haven't gotten it soft
Just
once.
got away with it.
Yeah, trying to get anything to remove
Yeah, I'm not
the...
really quite sure what's going on there.
It's a weird one. They're
Yeah.
trying to move the reinforcement. I'm pretty sure like Alamar the Buck certainly leans in towards that.
Okay,
but
so what? They dropped
not how much he
the.
drops
So they're still gonna do it direct, but they're
He's
just gonna do it with a
going
buck
low,
and take
four,
lower
expecting
here
four,
instead.
four backwards.
They're gonna grim out cups. They're gonna buck out stone. They're gonna take
It's
office.
more wanting to force players out.
Literally they're gonna do the
That's
same exact
even at
thing,
the
but just
bottom, you're gonna
more or
think if
less
they're on
ignore
rappel, maybe get an
Ivy
angle
a little
underneath
bit
or
more
get
here.
prone on the balcony. It just makes people uncomfortable to play inside of there. I think that's more the aim.
But now no one's gone down.
Ooh, but do they know about Freck?
Leland talking about the slow nature.
Where's
of
Freck? That wasn't
G2's
paying attention.
attacks.
Oh.
May it build into that.
Oh,
That's
they're
about-
big downstairs
Almost.
presence.
Oh.
Oh, that's
My
Stompn's
God.
roommate. That's Stompn's roommate.
Oh my God.
Eviscerated by
That's
the
actually
Stompn.
insane.
And G2 could now be on
That's
a path to
Stompn's
win this,
roommate.
Tim. They've
That
got
is
half the round to
crazy,
play in a
bro.
5v3. This has to be theirs.
Hi, Pen. I
Donkey
know.
only
I
6
know. I'm trying to
kills
say.
up to this point, but wakes up exactly when G2 need him with a beautiful double. Lasmo, however, says
That's
anything
crazy,
you
bro.
can do,
Wait, we bringing it
I
back?
can at least match.
2v2?
Alamo manages to find one. Virtue takes down Doki.
Dude,
All
oh
of
my
a
God, I got
sudden,
distracted.
it's
I got
Loira
distracted.
and
I'm sorry.
Ally versus Virtue
All
and
good, all good.
Lasmo 2
Oh,
versus
man.
2. A minute left on the
They didn't
clock.
show
There
any
is
of it
time
any-
here for
anyway,
G2.
so-
Not
Oh
much in
my
terms of
God.
intel. Lasmo
Oh
finds a
my-
third.
Lyra,
BDS,
birthday
they
clip?
want this overtime,
He knows where they
guys.
both are. He knows where they
He
both
might
are.
find it as well. He's down on the deck. He doesn't know that he's down like a rat.
Oh.
Goes for Virtue and doesn't find it.
OT?
2, throw away the 5 versus 3, and in we go to overtime. I
Bro.
knew that was on the back of that damn
That
pillow.
is crazy. I gotta rewatch.
We
Dude, I gotta
are
go on
going
the. I gotta go on the
overtime,
fucking
Des.
broadcast.
We are
What just
indeed
happened?
6-6.
Doki, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I would be pissed if I'm Doki. If I'm Doki, I'm shitting my pants.
I love it because these last 2 rounds have been brilliant. What about that?
Wait, dude,
Doki
I need to see
opens
what
it up with a
happened.
double. You think, yeah, G2 have got this. They go into the top of the table.
What?
But then
Oh, this is
Lasmo
not the
wakes
right
up
round.
and drops a triple himself, and all of a sudden,
I was gonna say, this is not the round.
All bets are off. This is
Doki absolutely fucking magical performance on reception.
Wow.
Literally should have won the round right here. Honestly, guys, that's what I'm saying, bro. I think G2, like a heavy man advantage early on is actually kind of a curse for them, because I think they get ahead of themselves and they're like, oh, like as a player, sometimes you're subconsciously thinking like, oh my god, you know, we're fucking in a good spot, blah blah blah. Sometimes it gives permission, like people think it's permission to troll. And then Lasmo is sitting here cups. They jump in office. They have Deimos, not a single track used. Lasmo kills a guy, kills Stompn, walking in breach, kills Samurai walk. Alamo's down here. I don't think anybody got pinged by the Grims. Not a single person got pinged by the Grims. And then instant-rated Doki. Where the fuck is Doki? Drum? That's insane. Again, guys, I think it's probably because, like, I think on paper, G2 is very, like, fragger heavy, right? Blaz used to be a big fragger. Loira is kind of a fragger. Doki, entry, fragger. Stompn's, like, they're all relatively aggressive. And, like, usually that, like, habit lives within the entry aggro players, where it's like, it'll be a 5v3 and they still go. It's like a fucking shark, bro. You're just always wanting more. And I think it's G2's kind of biting them in the ass right now. They literally could have had a regulation win. They could have had 3 points on the board, guys, and now they might only walk away with 1.
Didn't have too much of an impact if you remember.
What is this? Bro, I can't focus with this box up here. Okay, all of black gone. Alamo up.
Over the top of the shield as soon as he brought it down. But this time it's going to be a slightly different approach. Alamo is the one going up black stairs.
This guy just jumped out.
Coming in from the terrace door. They're then going to join up and try to push forward and take a little bit of ground. They do manage to get an opener onto P4 as well. That's the bandit taken down. But Freck and Robbie get one apiece. BDS have done this so well. They've fought their way back into round after round when they've had that sort of man.
Bro, they should not plant this.
It's been great.
I do not think they should. Okay. I thought they were going purple. That's good. Nice.
They push their way through Stompn, getting rid of Virtue at least on
Okay.
that step in. It's
That T-plant's kind of crazy here. Brutal.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh my god. Lasmo is going nuke. This guy's actually going nuclear here, bro.
Can go absolutely nuclear.
He cannot. As Lasmo
Wow.
manages to cut him down,
Wow,
as you say,
wow.
it's going to be BDS that get at least 2 opportunities to close this one out. G2 will get one more chance at best, and that is if they are able to win the next round. So BDS, they can win it by winning round 12, or they can win it by taking round 13. 2 opportunities for them now. BDS looking good in that round again. G2 creating that little bit of space. There's that
G2 throwing that round wasn't that much of a throw. Listen, guys, this should be over. This game should have been over.
Again, didn't happen. Felt like they were maybe slightly ahead of themselves, and they hadn't accounted for Lasmo coming
Blur
in. Maybe
died.
aware of his position.
Purple
Didn't
window.
win the
Doki
gunfight,
died.
and it just left them
Black?
exposed. There
Black?
you go. Unaware, I think, of Lasmo being in a position
Laura's
to do
playing.
that
Laura's down
damage,
here.
and he's able to close out the round. He's had a really big
I have
few
no
rounds
idea
as
what
Lasmo as
Doki
well.
died. Are they both
He
downstairs?
has,
Nobody
and
on
that round there, I
purple?
think, came down to the fact that there was a smoke between him and Stompn, and of course, in the Warden, he's going to know what's going down. Got himself a freebie.
And that's just kind of a
BDS
cook
that have clawed their way back. They were
execute.
down 6 and 5.
I think
It looked
BDS just
like
kind of
G2 were gonna push
got to
on for
speed
the
bump
win.
them.
But now it's BDS in the driving seat, and G2 cannot make any more mistakes. 2 chances to win this out. They lose this, Tim. They find themselves sticking in 3rd place as the day wears on. With CB Secret and Falcons that currently sit above them. If BDS win this, they move up to 6 points. Don't move anywhere in the table. They stay sat in 6th place, but it does at least give them
Office, Mez extend with the Mira again?
Also starts to pull them ahead of Fnatic and Wolves at the same time.
Oh no, it's the impact denial. Okay.
Playoffs, but
Thermite with the
we're
Ying.
essentially halfway through the stage. Like, we'll have had 4 out of our 9 games done.
Surely they're a little bit more ready for
Looking
this.
now at how the table falls and starting to say to those
Still
teams
only
at the
one
bottom,
breaker though.
you're probably going to struggle to fight your way back in here. And those at the top, they've still got to cement themselves in. But it'll be a real battle for those top 2 spots to see who gets that first round.
I'm not gonna lie.
When we get into playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
With this Thermite,
you know, these stages pass you by quickly.
I feel like they should just try to go for
If
cup
you come
side.
out with 2 or 3 losses to begin with, there isn't always
Cups
too
and, like,
much
T
left
side
to
here.
play for. You know, there's usually a chance, yeah, maybe you can get yourself up into 5th, 6th.
I think they just gotta give up
It
VIP.
becomes a real fight. It's
Not even
so
try it.
essential. To when you've got 9 games to play, it is so essential that you get in here and get yourself a really.
Dude, that's the craziest thing. It's like,
G2 have done that.
I think they're doing it a little bit better now because they actually have the what is it? The
so far already.
boost
2
wall and drum
rounds
reinforced. I
maximum
don't think they had it
left to
last
play out
time.
Before we know who takes the lion's share of the points.
Like literally, like with this Mira, dude, maybe literally like 1 on Ivy or 1 even on Mez. It depends on how aggro you want to play it. But like, I just don't like how they give him so much space. They give him so much, and like this guy's on an island. Because they don't have a heavy dragon setup. So this guy can walk Mez, they can just pinch out like this. They even have the thatch, they can open up the boost wall, but this guy's cooked unless he gets crazy on the drum door. Oh, yeah, this is literally their help. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, they finally did something
Hey,
direct.
Robbie dead, Robbie dead.
Yeah.
No more Mez. A great opener for G2.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, kinda.
G2 fans, don't get too excited yet. 5 versus 3. Here comes Lasmo. We've seen this before. Takes down Alamo.
I think BDS was kind of fucked up there, just taking it slower there.
Can he put that DMR to any more use? 13 and 7.
55 seconds, all 3 smokes left.
Like, bro, imagine if you had a mirror right here on that office wall. I don't think you need it for both office and VIP, but you know, whatever.
I don't like the way this looks for BDS.
I mean, a DMR, it's all you got to do is
Still Goyo's up. Nitro up, 3 smokes up.
Yeah, no, it's pretty hard.
I mean, this is cooked.
Pretty hard. This is impossible. I think the play here is drag side. I think cups there's too much. I think you leave one guy here, you double up drag with the Ying.
That loses no life in the process, and now G2 have got to stall things out. Stompn has still got 2 smokes to play behind. There's a C4. They've got enough to hold them at bay here.
See, that's the thing, bro. It's like in a 3v4, like there's like too many 1v1s. There's too much room for error on that.
I mean,
there's nothing you can do.
Oh, wait. Virtue's got space. Oh, it's over. It's over on this round.
pushing in. Doki gets a double, and G2 take us the distance.
Dude, that's the thing, bro. It's like
coming up here for G2. They win this one. They jump to the top of the
they
table.
actually
They
could
lose
have
it. Well, they find
taken
themselves
drum.
still
Like, granted, they
down
don't
in
know what
second
we know, right?
place.
So like,
Sorry, in third
Right,
place.
right.
they at least
Valve
knew
being set up.
drag
It's
was
quite
weak.
pivotal for
But
them.
like, bro, that guy just walked
Doesn't make a
Hemez.
massive
This
difference
guy's
to
got a
BDS
pump close
today,
door.
but it can matter
Like,
an
somebody could have.
awful
I don't
lot
think there
as
was a
you get
jammer
towards the
close
end of the
door. I
stage.
think it was just a
And
jammer
to
on
give BDS
boost.
credit,
Because
it isn't
again, I
a
think
start,
it's like a
you know, brilliant
half-ass
against the
like
skyscraper. You've got to be cooking
setup.
something.
Because
They've
I
come out
really
here
don't
and
think the
played
double office
incredibly
walls were
well on a
that
map
good
that
or
many considered
that
G2
necessary,
relatively
more or
untouchable on.
less.
I think regardless of what they walk away
I
with,
see
they took
why
a
they're
point
doing
off
it, but
G2.
still.
You'll feel good
Yeah,
about
no
that
jammer on door.
chances of being a top
Jump the
six
drone. This guy's
playoff.
Mez. Like, Robbie actually made a good play, but his team didn't really like elevate his entry. He got to a good spot, but they needed to do that extra little like support, and then he literally gets that opening. They have drum, and then the dragon guy has to fucking make a big move.
And there's work for them to do. So like you say, to already be in a position in stage 1 to be taking points off G2, who've played really well through the first few play days. Yeah, big achievement for them, big achievement, and a lot that they can take away from it. So we've got 3 minutes between us and a result, one way or another. Both, it's been like a tug of war between these two teams. They've both had solid anchors, putting their full weight behind this one, trying to
For all
keep
the
them
marbles,
alive.
boys.
You've had Blaz on one
For
side,
all
you've
the
had
fucking
Blaz on the
marbles.
other, and then everybody else just pitching in and
All the
trying to
marbles.
shift
Was this
that
an
other
office?
team in their
Bro, I've
direction.
seen so many office setups, bro.
It's
It's just
over the line in round
we had
15.
one house,
Really
right? One
hard,
house
isn't it?
set up.
Just seeing both teams go back and forth. A few rounds definitely that we'll look back on and say, wow, imagine if we won that clutch. Imagine if this went that way. Imagine if this thing happened over there. Very much spun on a dime, and I think it's only fair that we get all the way to 15 to see how things land.
I'm feeling a Stompn
here.
Oh yeah, Stompn Ace. He is on the Ash. This is the first time he's on Ash this game, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no. This is definitely the second. He's always Ash on Office. I remember now.
And make a difference inside a
Not
Block
on
it. Block it.
Sorry, I was on my phone.
Tons of utility in general, but you can't be almost losing players too early on. Blaz almost getting bitten off by that exhibition window.
Yeah, we saw the same rats.
They're doing the Bucks under again. No Grim this time. They're so extended. I'm pretty sure I just saw three guys like drag side.
A little bit of pressure coming from Alamo.
I'm getting deja vu on that Alamo pre-fire. Holy shit.
Oh yeah?
These guys doing the exact same thing, literally.
Shotgun Ying? Yeah, Boy's gonna probably send it through Samurai. He's gonna probably Ying out and just go through Samurai. Is my guess. Oh, he's gonna go Cups? Ooh.
The most important thing here is where it's boarded.
They're going to open it up.
Most important thing is where it's Stompn and will
Oh, yeah,
be
my
able.
bad.
It feels they need those opening kills.
It's the drones though, Tim. They've got
No
basically
track.
no
They can only
information
track
as to why they're being so
Virtue and
careful.
Robbie.
You know, Alamo pre-fire
track on Warden.
downstairs, and the second to go
They
we
know
saw
Stone.
Stone
Oh, listen,
coming
here's the
off the
thing.
bridge. They just
The
don't really have
Stone
any massive
Stone
information. This may well
freebie
be
is a
the
big
last
call
bullet
here.
they
They have
get
so much
frontal. They
room
step and
now.
try to
Literally,
hit
all I
it.
have to worry about is the Cups Ivy cross, but Laura's gonna probably take care of that in a second. They know the Warden is Samurai, and Virtue just left, and no rehost. Who was that? That was Ivy.
That was anonymous.
That was so we lost an Ivy guy. That's crazy, bro. I think, bro, GC actually might have just DDoSed Virtue.
Dude, I actually think Anonymous just won the game for G2.
Hold up, guys. It's not over. It is not over. Because listen, G2 has the advantage. Remember what I was saying, guys? They always throw the advantage. They have man advantage, heavy man advantage, and they get fucking tweak out. This could be. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Watch. That might have won BDS the game.
4 versus 4. 30 seconds does.
They've done nothing here, G2. They've just sat and waited this whole time.
Yeah, G2 is not really doing anything, to be honest.
Okay. 3v2, G2. Do they know 2 is Ivy? They know 1 for sure. Where is
Oh no.
Okay.
Could be 1. Wow.
Come away with the win in their game and take top of the table against BDS? Yeah, I probably do. It feels like a weird time to say like that. G2 are now that team that are on top, right? I regarded it in the last remarks on it, in a previous broadcast. 2023 was the year of VP. They won both stages. Last year it was the year of BDS, now known as Falcons. Do we dare to suggest already, Tim, that this could be the year of G2?
I don't think we ever dare to suggest that, Des.
Might push it a little bit farther. We'll see.
In all honesty,
it's the year of Stompn. That's why.
Look, we love to see G2 do well. We love to see any of these teams do well. But you know, G2 have just they've shown a lack of reliability when it comes to backing them over the last 12 months. I think it's fair to say. But as much as anybody else in Europe, I think we'd love to see G2 have a good year. And so far, so good. Like you say, Stompn's settled in great, and you know maybe that'll continue.
Yeah, I'm just doing homework,
Chad.
Sorry.
Here do, and G2 will have the opportunity to go top. But Secret, they can only play their game, and that's get a full 3 off Fnatic and put G2 under pressure.
Definitely. I think they've got to get a win here. I was going to say Sarks need to drop a couple of seconds sooner here. As soon as that drone is starting to sniff around, it's probably time to back away. And of course, who else to get the entry? The Mowgli team. A player that I said back on play day 1, if Secret can harness this raw potential that he's got as a player, he will be lights out, probably the best player in the region. And I think so far you're seeing that start to cook. He's not quite top of EPS across the whole region, but he's in our top 10. And you're seeing a much more composed Mowgli here, who isn't charging ahead of his team and trading all the time, or trying to go off by himself and make a hero play happen. He can still make those plays, but it's with the full support of his team, as you saw there, playing in off the back of a drone.
Yeah, that's it. I think, like you say, once he beds in, once they've got that routine down to a fine art, then yeah, absolutely devastated. I mean, he already can be devastated, but it'll just, what you'll see is that happen more and more and more frequently. And Mowgli's is a development arc, I will call it, that is certainly one to watch over the next couple of months, particularly. Fnatic are going to be using that to Barrow for the time being, just to try and keep the hatches closed. They are going to see server hatch open, which forces Deepak back.
I'm a little worried. We've still got glow canisters up. We've still got 3 smokes in back pocket. We've still got a C4. Yet we're down to the last 45 seconds or so, fast approaching on here. Good work here being shown by Adrian to clear out a bit of utility, but I'm a little bit alarmed that Secret may have left us a bit too late. They can try and hit the back of sites here and not play through security and through server. That looks to be the play, but there's still impediments being shown up here as well. Doom steps in, finds one for himself. Now going to round himself in towards gold bars. I tell you what, Tim, it doesn't matter about the utility because Secret are cooking him alive. 3 kills, make it 4. Jeg's the last one left alive, and I don't think there's much he can do here to stop this plant going down. Savage starting to stick it inside of the other site, and sure enough, Secret just hit the backside there and ignore all that utility that could have possibly impeded them, the smoke included.
Yeah, I think the utility is a defining factor, is a deciding element if Fnatic
sorry,
get those
Chad.
couple of kills, but when Doom walks in and gets that first
sorry
one
for the
and
lack
it's
of
5
energy,
versus 3,
Chad.
Fnatic have to start taking risks.
Gotta
They have
do
to
my
start
homework,
relocating,
doing
filling
fucking
space
an hour and a
that's been
half, you know what I'm
created
saying?
by that death. And when that happens, Secret are there and waiting, and they pick up another and another and another, and it's round over before you know it. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's certainly something I think for Secret to pay attention to going forward, that whilst it's worked that time, brilliant, not a problem, they've got the job done, it is something they need to be cautious of. If you've got those Goyo canisters, in this case you've got FNATs, you've got smoke canisters, you've got vault cameras, you need to be dealing with them early in the round, as early as possible, so that you're not leaving yourself with that last 30-second rush.
Ooh, all right. That's the table stakes have now been put forward by Secret as we get called for a rehost. We'll go into that in just a second, I'm sure. For Fnatic, yes, they've been bowled over in that first round. They've been out-game planned almost by Secret.
I'm pretty sure they can't tell you to do anymore. Nope, they tell me what to do.
Build into it. One thing,
well, we're never getting this fucking Stompn game, bro. This game's lasting forever, bro. Let's come on. I mean, holy shit. Never fucking watched this game. Dude, literally, the last game ended 30 minutes ago, bro. Like, Jesus Christ.
Click in that they were seeing themselves putting up good numbers and starting to really compete. They've had some great games along the way, it's worth stressing. I want to say that back at Reload, there was a game where they almost beat FaZe, and of course, the history will never remember that fact. They'll always look at, oh, well, they lost to them, it's whatever. They were nail-bitingly close and were by far and away the better team on the day. You just come up against the top team sometimes and they're going to blow you away. It's going to happen. But I'm enjoying seeing this team start to take a little bit more shape now. You've heard the guys in the desk talk about Groovy here. Wizard as a remarks have played well. Yep, thanks very much, Mowgli. I don't read that much French, I'm afraid, so I can't tell you entirely what it says. Jegs is playing well. Sarks has been playing well. Deepak, of course, is more supportive player in the back line as well. Groovy's been largely stuck on shield duty, so don't expect to see him flying up the rankings at the moment, to be fair. But I like the shape of this Fnatic team. There may yet be 1 or 2 changes they want to make again in future, but it looks good. I think it just needs a little bit of time to marinate. The sad thing is that in stages like this, when you've only got 2 stages a year, 9 best of ones in each to show what you can do, you can't afford to marinate, Tim. You've got to be on from day 1.
Yeah, it's tough. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. I think it's definitely a real factor of this stage. You know, if we look at teams that have had a consistent roster to teams that have had, you know, considerable changes and are needing to have that little bit of time. You know, you look across, you can count Matchcore, Wild and Gen G all in that bracket, having come into Tier 1. Effectively with Gen G, they were half there, but they've had 2 changes. You've then got Wolves that have had big changes, Fnatic, BDS, all with big changes, Team Secret, which are, you know, you're looking at basically Falcon, G2 and Virtus Pro. I know G2 have had Stompn come in, but with just 1 change, you're looking at those 3 teams that are really the only ones that maybe aren't in that situation of needing that time to develop as a team and to bed in.
That's it. Well,
what the fuck is going on in my chat, dog? Do I have no mods? Oh, well, okay, I'm doing homework.
We'll
be real.
We'll set up the operator bands. We'll set the score as being 1-0 and load back in. And that's like, what's he called? Portrait with his camera there.
Headset, bro. I hate the way it's built.
Else. Everyone else got this lovely wide shot of their entire room. Okay, never mind.
Mertzy-R6. Does Mertzy-R6 really deserve a ban?
I've been told that. I'm just
guessing. Ban Mertzy-R6. Let's see.
Estimation at this point, but as you say, I think he probably also knows that we're going to be a minute or 2. It won't be extending the tech break. It will just be knowing that it's going to take a couple of minutes.
Remind me, by the
way. Nah, I don't care enough.
It was Falcons back at Reload who needed a toilet break, right? And just 3 of them disappeared. Am I wrong in saying that?
Jesus Christ, what is going on in my chat, bro?
It wasn't mid-game. It was just before the game started.
Well.
Yeah,
because we've been sat through a tech pause, hadn't we?
Dude, we're never getting the Stompn. I'm actually gonna fucking
I've got to go. So off they went, and then 3 of them all went. I was just like, wow,
ran across the arena floor. Yeah.
You say ran, I say leaky fact waddled across there.
I actually cannot, bro. Like, there's a tech pause. Like, this game's gonna last a million years. Stompn's game gonna start like 30 minutes before my class starts. Like, I don't even know how the fuck I'm gonna do this.
And then we
I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this.
Who was it on the side of Cyclops that forgot their glasses?
Oh, our Cully.
Our Cully forgot his glasses.
And then the next day he remembers his glasses.
Absolutely locked it.
Oh no, it's game 2 where he got his glasses right, yeah, and it was like, oh my god, you can tell it's a glasses buff there. And I remember saying to him afterwards, I was like, you ain't forgetting the glasses anytime soon again, are you? He was like, nope. I love that, to be fair. It was super cool because obviously when we were there, the outcome was almost inevitable that we would see a Brazilian team winning at Reload, lifting that shield. Of course, it's not Hammer, it was a shield back at Reload. And against Cyclops, it was really exciting to see them make it that deeper into the tournament. And what I loved afterwards is all the fans in the room were like their biggest fans. They were cheering them over. They wanted to come over, like take their shirts off and get pictures with them, you name it. They were super supportive of it, and it was just great to see the players being
Alright, anyways, I'm just doing my fucking homework, dude. Who cares?
Absolutely,
I mean, who really cares?
I hope we get to see more deep runs from teams like Cyclops at events because it means so much to them when it's their first time making it to a grand final, let alone making it to a stage.
Yeah, it was great, as you say. You know, great to witness. So many of the neutral fans, if you will, got behind them. I know, you know, we often, I think, assume that the Brazilian fans of maybe Furia would just back WC. You know, they'll always back the Brazilian team, but it really wasn't the case. Like you say, you know, there were so many Brazilians on site who were just absolutely, you know, screaming their lungs out for Cyclops and really getting behind them. So yeah, it was phenomenal to see. Like you say, especially not just for their own first grand final, but for the first grand final for a team from their region as well. Really kind of holding the torch and leading the way for not just Japan, but you know, Korea and all of the APAC region as well. So yeah, it was a great event, and it was wonderful to see.
Of course, Tim, not to forget about it. You've heard about it quite a lot over the last few weeks. Munich in November. That's a really exciting one because you and I think especially have quite a lot of affinity with Germany because we cast the final of the Berlin Major, longest final series we've ever had. It was an unbelievable series as well. Rogue, of course, lifting that hammer on European soil. It was a dream, is the only way I can really describe it, and I really hope we get some more excellent games in Munich.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've got the pedigree there now, haven't we? You know, it was a brilliant tournament, was Berlin. Obviously, you know, it's easy to be biased towards it given the final that we were, you know, so fortunate to cover. But the whole tournament was great. The venue was really nice, and the location we were in was like dead center in the city of Berlin. And it was just I just have a lot of fond memories of that event. It was really good. So yeah, seeing another one, you know, with an opportunity. If we're there to get back to Munich would be fantastic.
And then SI Paris to follow afterwards, but we'll talk more about that another time. As you can see, the game is back underway. Cheers for sticking with our yapping, our reminiscing, everything else that you might want to describe that 5 minutes or so of downtime. We're back into things with Fnatic, of course, in the defense here on Bank. Secret won the first round in very, very dominant fashion. Less than about that, the better if you are a Fnatic fan. But we'll see if after that pause they can recollect themselves here and get themselves back into the game and being competitive.
I think around sooner rather than later for Fnatic, it's easy. It's one of those kind of, it feels like an easy thing to say because obviously always around 7 rounds sooner rather than later would be better for every team. But I think when we often, the reason that I say it like that is we often look at the half that you're on. If you're on the defensive half, you're on the attack. We're looking at scores that maybe we don't always expect you to kind of win the half, and coming away with a 2-4 or a 3-3 is absolutely fine. I think Fnatic need to be winning this defensive half, and that's why I say a round sooner rather than later. Because if Secret get this one, they've kind of already done as much as they need to, in a way, for me, getting those 2 rounds.
Immune response or immune status
starts to mount up on Fnatic. So for me, get yourself 2 or 3 now. Get yourself in the lead. Keep Secret on that 1 round. Keep them chasing something rather than looking for a bonus.
That's it. Well, for now, it's about wasting time upon this top floor. Unsurprisingly, as we mentioned with the bans being the Habana and the Ace, it is impossible to get that door opened up outside of elevators. And then
yeah, y'all watch this game, bro. I gotta lock in. I got like fucking 12 more papers to fucking set, and I'll be done.
And keep the attackers at bay at least for a little bit. Sure enough, now there's a ping coming in, and Sarks is going to have to back himself away as that Monty of Savage has started his march on forward. Wizard continues that flawless entry record, Tim, 7-0. He now stands on entry across the league.
Jex manages to pick up Noah in a late trade there, 4 versus 3, and Fnatic doing well here to break down this Secret attack. I always look at a Monty, and I feel like as the kills come in around him, Monty gets less and less powerful. Monty thrives when he's got somebody there to support him, when he's got a gun behind him, and he can feed that bit of intel and give them those opportunities to cut down the players in front of him. So each time you lose a gun, and you've got Savage in behind that shield, needing to risk dropping it to get his pistol out, doesn't have quite the same power in the engagement. It takes away some of his potency. So great stuff from Fnatic so far, and the ram has been taken away.
Yeah, they saw the foot there of Sarks. They know that it's inside of elevator. And right idea. He's missing his own feet back on the other side. Adrian taking a little tickle there, losing a couple of toes in the process. Problem is, Timmy's going to get pushed out here and forced to drop backwards. C4 up over the top, trying to get rid of Savage, who's dropped not even really low. And yet again, Mowgli has been the hunter into elevators here and punished Sarks a second time. That's, again, another situation where he hasn't quite dropped away quickly enough. Here comes Groovy, though. 2 kills for himself. Adrian with it all to do. This one will be a quick closeout, and Jex finds himself another. Fnatic looking much better in that round. It felt like Secret were boxing.
Uh-oh, they're fucking just as good as each other. Sucks.
Yep,
we're never fucking seeing Stompn today. GG.
A couple of extras going in just to ensure that the job is done.
One game wasn't a blowout. GG. The schedule's behind by a whole fucking hour.
Nice and early. Get themselves back into it. It's 1-1. Looking at the defensive win rate over the recent past for Bank, worldwide we're talking 54% or nearly 55%, just short. So, and that's over 518 rounds. So that's over a huge sample size of, all different variety of competition. So Bank definitely playing out with an advantage for the defenders. So Fnatic have to be coming away with a 4-2 here if they want any hope of taking points off Secret.
All right, well, I like what I've seen so far. I was worried that when we had Savage starting to square up on the Monty that we'd just see them get bullied out, because it's often not kind of carried out in a conversation about the best shield players around the world, but I'd definitely put Savage up there. Like, time and time again, we've seen him play. It doesn't really matter what shield you give to him, he can play it. And he has that healthy balance that I think at least old school a lot of Monty players would miss on, is the ability to be aggressive and to force position. Certainly enable when you're playing things like the
Got a lot of fucking brain dead people in my chat right now.
Operator. But I do like seeing him on shields. I think he brings a lot of presence to the front line when he's rolling around on those, and the rest of his team can capitalize on the chaos. Of course, they've got more tricks up the sleeve than just that, but I'd definitely put him in conversation for one of the better shield players around the world.
Absolutely.
Dog. What's the dog, Sarks? I don't know what dog he's got, but now I need to find out.
I think it's just run off.
Right, I'm on his Twitter. I'm going to go and find out what dog he's got.
I don't think we're going to get another look. You will have to find it elsewhere. We'll bring you all the information. We're bringing you the big facts here. We're
right, what dog he's got.
Bring you the information that everybody wants to know, Des.
So I was going to ask their coach. I know it's a really important moment for them and they're in a game, but I'm going to ask him.
I'm not sure you'll get an answer, Des.
I don't know. I messaged him earlier on, I think during the tech pause, and said, oh, well, you weren't kidding about Wizard, hey? He's doing damn well, because again, he was 6-2 on entry, he's top rated for the team, and he was like, yeah, great player. And I was like, yeah, good, I agree with you. We'll see if you can give me a one-word response on what the dog is. I'm really curious to know.
I think we're
Pick this up, Mike.
back in there. I'm going off the player first, as it looks like everybody's pretty locked in and focused. In fact, from Deepek's screen, I can see that that is the case. There we go. Setup was happening. So 1-1, we move into round 3. Down to the basement we go. And let's see if Fnatic can get it done this time around. Maybe get themselves a little lead. That's what they're going to be wanting. Inside the first 3, if they can go 2-1, you're looking at these like mini sections of the game. If you can win each 3 rounds, you'll end up winning. Top and bottom of it. So that's what they want to be doing. Focus on getting this done. They went there in round 1. Secret were able to win. It wasn't even really kind of close. Fnatic struggled to keep them out. They had a lot of utility left available to them. This is really directly where I'm saying Secret need to make sure that they are switched onto it this time. Last time around, a lot of Goyo canisters left, a lot of utility left to stack up against them, and they were rushing in looking for kills. It went well, it worked, but I'd like to see them adapt and make sure that that's not the case again.
For sure. And not forgetting, of course, after this round, we get another operator ban coming out. I wouldn't really see value in banning away a shield if you're on the Fnatic side here, because you just know full well the shield ready to roll out in any case. And Groovy's got a freebie there. Noah's been so focused elsewhere and without really respecting the Cuppy Swarm on that top floor. Bit of a misthrown coming out from Secret there and costing them the entry.
And that's really big. That's the Mav taken away, who obviously would have been able to deal with any of those hatches. There is still 4 soft-breach charges, which you can use, so it's not the end of the world, but it does put more pressure onto these players to make sure that they are right place, right time, and also that they don't lose their lives before they've got all of those hatches cleared out. It looks like they should be fine with it, but it's just something to watch. Lose a drone there to the nade as well, not ideal.
No. It's more about the time that I start to watch. I know we've still got lots of it to play here, but I'm again looking at the amount of stall available really to Fnatic. A couple of C4s to play behind. You've got the tuber around side. You've got, of course, electrification to chew your way through. Goyo canisters. That is a shot and a half. Wow. Savage dropping the shield down and getting his head taken clean off. Big ET stepping up big. We're going to pay the price at least on the return back to site. Sarch yet again caught out of position now across all 3 rounds. Tim, we have seen this. Either he overstays, I mean, in all of them, the reason he's been punished is he's overstayed, but has paid the price across all 3. Mowgli down his backside here. Only 2 currently standing for Secret.
Yeah, it's looking good for Fnatic. Deepek did take the pre-rip on the Nitro, but it's going to put it in his pocket and get that shotgun back out, ready to aggress, ready to attack. They are now aware of his position, not taking the opportunity with the Twitch drone to try and remove utility, really, because they know that bulletproof camera is going to be super tricky to do.
Every chat, I know people are just spamming, but like still, I'm just doing homework, dog. I don't really have time for this.
50 seconds left to go. Utility to play behind. They managed to pick up Doom. The round is largely theirs, so long as they don't do anything silly.
It should be. However, Tim, we've seen plenty of 2-man advantage rounds given away tonight.
They've got 2 Nitros left here. Shouldn't be a problem.
We've got 2 smokes. We've got all these light screens, loads to play with. They're trying to bait out the C4s, but Deepek is a bit too wise to this one. Out it comes. There we go. This time around it's going to go 4, but it ain't deep enough, Tim. That's 1 loss. 20 seconds still to play. Being so patient here, Deepek. We have to bite someone's hand off, giving him the opportunity. And now they're trying to make the plant happen. But there we go. Groovy steps round, finds himself another. Jegs at long range. Fnatic looking much more composed, Tim. That first round, they've forgotten all about it. The last 2 have looked great.
Yeah, well managed there from Fnatic. A little bit wobbly on the Nitro throw. It was a little bit short. Landed on the desk a bit more distance, and they might have got the round done even sooner. But yeah, Grube just picking his moment perfectly. Takes that planter down and gives Fnatic the advantage that they needed. 2-1 on the scoreboard, and so far, to be honest, they look good for it. They've obviously come in here well prepared for what Secret were going to bring to the table. They've been set up. They've been getting those opening kills. Wizard and Grube in round 2 and 3 have put them on that best foot forward. They are going to take a shield out. They've got rid of the Monty. I think that just means, to be honest, we'll see Secret bring the Blackbeard or the Blitz.
To do that right now, I just want to remember you guys that this will get them out of the control of the game and force them to move towards our direction. You know, it feels that this is the only thing that we are lacking right now. And in any case, if you guys want something for later on, their intel game is being very poor. So you guys can even use the information when pre-placed dronings inside of the map. to get that early picks in the open area. I think there's a gap, and onto archives as well. We can try to do fast walk-ins later in other bomb sites. Okay, remember to breathe. It's about how it ends, not how it starts. Let's go.
Yep. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's get the shit.
Yeah, we just need to watch out for this small aggression.
Okay, I have 5 now. No, I have 4 now.
That's
I'm going to tell Stompn a little bit.
Like that yet so far, in the sense that he's touched on quite a few things. One talking about the second half a little bit there, but also talking a little bit around how it's about watching this momentum, I think, to a degree. Like, it does feel a bit chaotic across those last couple of rounds. They have been battered out a bit, and maybe that moment of just breathing is the important part. And one thing I'll remark on is, of course, we've got this beautiful gift here of being able to listen to these tack timeouts. Sometimes you don't need to offer massive words of wisdom. It can just be when the comms are a little bit chaotic, or people are a little bit quiet, or something's just a little bit off. Just taking that extra 45 seconds or so to reset the team a little bit, to take them out of that headspace and remind them, hey, you guys have got this, it's okay, just calm down. That can be enough to get teams completely back on track sometimes.
Let's see how Secret respond to the break and to Twister's words then. As we've said, the Monty has been taken away. We'll see again whether they then start bringing alternative shields. So far in this round, they haven't done. Instead, bringing, I'd say, a more aggressive lineup, really. You've got the Dokubi, you've got the Deimos. They're going to hunt down any roamers. They're going to make life a misery from underneath. Use that soft floor. Really take advantage of it. You've got Savage on the glass. He can get aggressive there. He can use that smoke cover. Get a line through sight and, again, make life really tough for these defenders. Mean that Fnatic can't move around too much.
Sure, well, let's see just how much moving they can do. We've got Deepet back on probably his signature operator here on the Echo. Let's see, it brought along all that option, but I like it here paired up with the Valkyrie. And on the other side, Tim, let's not forget, there's no IQ brought along. Instead, they're leaning in towards Adrian on the Dokubi. When that cooler's going off, you can't make use of those cameras. So it's a temporary blackout versus outright destroying the gadgets. But this is a lot of information that Fnatic are bringing along here. Is it going to be enough to stop a Glaz execute when Savage has now jumped over to that operator?
Yeah, I think, you know, that's something that people often overlook with Dokubi.
What is this chat? It's like a waiting room chat because I'm doing homework right now, so I don't have time to fucking moderate it.
I'm thinking, you know, sort of ranked games, you probably look at it and you think, she's used to hunt the roamers. You know, if you're on the chase of somebody across the map, you bring in the call and it gives you a location. It can actually be used as a really vital part of executing onto a site. You put that call in, people have then got the choice of turning their phone off, so maybe you catch them without the gun in the hand, but also it clears everybody off the cameras, so they don't necessarily know you're coming in. You can tie it all in together, but look at this, tying everything in together. We've got smoke canisters coming out, we've got nades, we've got Wizard, however, with the Nitro taking down Noah. Savage is trying to get something going with that glass scope. They haven't dealt with Janitor. About the importance of Janitor.
I might have to leave mid Stompn game, so can you finish the rest of the game for me?
Brilliantly well.
Does Bolo want to watch?
I'm not sure. He's AFK right now.
However,
okay, can you ask him?
And Plant is going down. Can Fnatic do anything?
I don't
think they can.
Okay, bet. See?
No, we're going to finish it. Even with the Glaz not finding the kills in the window that they needed, it doesn't matter. That C4 is a bit late. Problem now, of course, Tim, is they've got this window control. I love that as well. Immediate drop away from Savage to not die out to ATMs here. He can come back up and challenge onto this at any time that he feels necessary. It's really smart play so far from Secret, and Fnatic, I think, are going to be really stuck to make this work.
Yep, just going to put those Kiba barricades.
Oh, wait, hold on. Retake off the fucking Kibas. That's sticking. That's a good stick. That's a good stick. Oh, it's not a good stick. Never mind.
Oh, so quickly. One after another. Secret. They take them down like dominoes and get themselves around 2-2.
I was really worried there for a second because Secret invested so much in the first execute. Yeah, we had 2 smokes going down. We had a Dokubi phone call coming out. We had all of the Grimbees being tossed in before Noah went in for the plant. And then they died to a C4 from Wizard. And I thought, no, they've used everything here to make this work. They've got nothing really left. Like they had 1 smoke in back pocket.
How annoying is this kid? I don't know.
But somehow managed to get in and get the plant down. Mowgli does this behind 1 smoke. And it wasn't even
everyone's spamming is probably...
It looked tenuous at best. But the C4
everyone's spamming is probably like 13.
And so didn't have time to get there with the C4 to get the kill onto Mowgli to stop that plant going down. If he'd done that, that round was won by Fnatic then, because Secret literally had nothing left except a bit of window play to try and recover the round. But the fact that Mowgli managed to stick it, Fnatic there have let them get away with one. It was a great execute by Secret. It was well stopped by Fnatic. But Secret just had that little one extra in the tank to make sure they could get it over the line. 2-2.
Yeah, Secret just worked their plan perfectly. They, you know, they had it laid out. They knew exactly what they were going to do, and
it was having a backup plan that really.
Yeah, exactly that. You know, as soon as something goes wrong, as soon as they lose something, they know exactly where to move to. They know exactly what to change, and they got it done wonderfully. So, showing why they are a team that are fighting towards the top of the league here in EML. So, 2-2, we find ourselves on the scoreboard. Heading into round 5, 2 more defenses for Secret. Sorry, for Fnatic. And
hold on. Mertzy, is this you?
As I said, you know, we.
Mertzy.
It tastes good like soul food.
Mertzy, is this you? How do you have recoil with the T5? Mertzy. You cannot be this ass, this obnoxious and this ass. You gotta be better, bro. Really had to line that one up, Mertzy. Mertzy, bro, you are ass, bro. Holy shit. What are you 360ing for? You're playing against plumbers. Holy fucking dog shit.
Dead on me, dead on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dude, you're just playing against like fucking statues and then like thinking you're good. Holy shit, Mertzy.
Yeah, Savage a little bit fortunate there. If that Nitro just misses the window sill and sails outside, then he could have been in big trouble. For the time being, the Blackbeard is still online, but we'll need to be super careful now going into engagement. Still 5 versus 5 almost.
Mertzy, it's okay, Mertzy. It's okay, Mertzy. I know you're embarrassed by your gameplay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed. We all start somewhere.
Just being used to open up angles, open up spots.
We all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. Yo, go support him. Go support him. We all start somewhere.
Slowly starting to slip away from them.
Great shot. Really good shot there by Jude to snap up onto Jake's head. Taken down before he could get a reverse kill back. He's down to about 30 HP himself. Both him and Savage are taking quite a bit of damage in the round, Tim, but they are still in it.
Yeah, he's trying to laugh it off, but you know he got real hurt by that. Because the first thing he said is like, "Stop being mean to me." That's the first thing he said, and then he started saying it wasn't him.
Dig in and hold on to these rounds. One comes in, Printer again, Deepek is there. They're not really timing this very well.
Mertzy, I think you need to spend some time on getting better at the game.
Fnatic just one at a time as they feed in, take them out and take the round. 3-2.
Oh boy. That was a good round for Fnatic. Wasted a lot of time from Secret, and I think Secret got themselves a little bit tied in circles there, but a lot of that came from the aggression from Fnatic. That early C4 onto Savage, for example, yes, it didn't kill him, but it definitely put the fear of God in him. You've then got your main entry point into the site, the shield, down to 20 HP. Like I mentioned, like a plastic bag.
No, there's no, you can't.
13-year-olds
can't join the military, dog.
With getting the cross angle through that quad wall. One thing I think I've seen over the last few weeks, Tim, honestly, is a lot of struggle from this exact spot that Deepek is in now. So many teams have actually struggled to force this open and manage to push this player away. It has been such a bruising position that I think teams have struggled with more often than they'd like to admit.
Let's see if Secret continue to struggle getting attacking rounds. 2 so far. They've looked great in the ones that they have won, but in the ones that they haven't, definitely room for improvement. Like I said in that last round, it was just one by one feeding into Fnatic and giving them those opportunities rather than a coordinated push all at the same time. So Fnatic 3-2, like I said, the job is not done for them. They need to get another. I would still count a 3-3 half as a win for Secret in the first half of this matchup before heading into defense. More often than not, we would expect a 4-2 from the defenders. So Fnatic need to make sure that they get this, their last defensive round, locked down.
They do. A 4-2, I think, would be a real good success against Secret, whose remarks are a fantastic team. I need to go and check actually what the stats look like for attacking teams in the league so far. I think Secret are up there. Yes, they are. 58% attacking win rate, only bettered by G2, who sit at 67% attacking win rate. They've really been on it with their attack so far on the stage, but again, to get a 4-2 against them, I think will feel fantastic for Fnatic.
You can just see there the inactivity from the beepers at the moment. They're going to be able to move through without making a sound. The mute jammer just affecting them now, but as it's taken out, they will come back online, so maybe a little bit of intel provided. Might have been worthwhile sort of getting inside of the room before taking that mute jammer out. Could have kept your entry silent at that point, but I think just a little bit unsure of exactly what was going on inside of Tellus, so didn't want to open it. But a minute 15 into the round, we haven't had a real coming together yet, but Secret are now starting to grab more and more territory.
This is where I really want to see Sark's playing this smart here. He can waste a lot of time, but if a drone appears nearby and you know Secret are starting to coalesce, drop away. Don't wait for Mowgli to swing in on you. We've seen it 3 times so far in this game from Sarks, where he's overstayed his welcome and paid the price for result. Like, now's probably not an awful time. They've droned you out. You've used your C4. Fair chance you're not going to be able to get a kill, as I say that. Sees this man lining up, but just really needs to find the shot. That's good. Now drops away. Has wasted an amount of time. We're down to 60 seconds, and he's baited in the Capital Fireball. That's a really, really good hold there by Sox, and he dropped away in the right amount of time.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for in that position. It's been hit and miss from him there so far, but much better this time around. Fnatic looking good. 55 seconds left to go. 5 left alive on the board, all back to site, and now they're in a position where they just need to hold on to this. Auto canister is going to slow things down even more. There's another one in hand for Jegs, another 2 in fact, so they've got real problems now to Team Secret.
I'm more looking towards here the Biocamps. I don't know if they were taken out by Adria or not. If not, this could be a real sting for them. Still chewing their way through, but keep an eye on Mowgli's light walls, by the way. We saw they were relatively ineffective last time. Granted, they were in a 2 versus 3, but as we spoke about so many times already, Tim, we know that Sense as an operator is incredibly potent. Lots of teams opting to run with them at the moment.
I like the next auto canister coming in as well. Not used on the hatch anymore, so just put it onto that side door. Again, create a situation where it's difficult for them to get inside. But how about this? Straight in, no.
Keyboard? Oh, he shot at him there.
And the nitro is shot out as well.
Oh my god.
Works.
This is a game and a half, but sadly it's going to just delay our Stompn game even longer. GG.
In the plant, manages to find a kill as well. 35 seconds left on the clock, and Fnatic need to make a move.
Really good stuff there as well, Tim, because they've gone deep for the plant. Up on the desk, as you saw, Noah's left them completely blindsided. They had no idea what was coming, and they're still trying to hit them on the flank. Wizard getting rid of one. Noah's the one falling down here. So
I didn't ban you. I don't have time to ban you. There's no need to ban you. Mercy.
They've got about 5 seconds to get the kills they need. Mowgli finds one, Zoom another.
There's not really a need to ban him. I don't. Yeah, mods, don't ban him. There's no need. He's harmless. He's just a little boy. He's harmless. He'll give free interaction.
Yeah, I feel like Fnatic have been on top, to be honest.
No one. Okay, no, you got yourself banned off Twitch, Mercy. That's Mercy. No, Mercy got himself banned off Twitch. That's what he did, bro. Your account logged out? Yeah, because you got banned off Twitch. Holy shit, bro. No one banned him. That's hilarious. Why is the schedule behind? Because it's rolling schedule. It's always behind. Alright, how many citations? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I need 9 more, chat. 9 more.
Sure. I think the Monty being the key one there as well to take away that safe spearhead that so many teams love to use. As the plant again is wonderfully shown by our observers. They had no idea that he was there. The C4 that came more towards the default plant spot, as we saw, was aiming for an assumption that someone was planting on default. And as soon as Noah comes off from the plant there, it's a freebie onto the player on gold as well. Just nice, smart play. Definitely riskier, because if there was a player still inside of orange corridor, then he gets a free kill onto you. However,
did Mercy say he was under Twitch age TOS? Probably.
Now, though, we get to see what Fnatic can do on their attacking side. Your remarks on the bans, Tim. We've got Deepak, who about to sit for a second, then is running along on the fuse. That's certainly an interesting choice.
Mercy, 13-year-olds can't join the military.
Many teams have been running it. No surprise to see it being picked up here by Fnatic too.
Yeah, just a great tool to use on that execution, as we've seen, creating difficulty, you know, for any of the defenders, Warden included, to get any clear line of sight through onto what you're trying to do on the other side of it. They are, you know, exist perpetually throughout the rounding. You can just bring them up and down as you choose. So yeah, definitely seen an increase of value there being utilised by Fnatic. So keep an eye on Deepek, because he's going to be a big part of that execute. Grube on the Blackbeard is going to be used to try and clear areas out. It's going to be about getting rid of those roamers, getting control of open area, opening up those hatches, and then Deepek will look to create the space to put the diffuser down.
Quite like this early pressure being shown in towards open, though. Just by having the sledge there, it means that both games are free to move around. If nothing else, it means that they should be able to punish these players coming in from Printer side. But again, from that quadruple spot, providing a lot of pressure. Sarts is coming in, and Savage just absolutely dome Jegs there. The second that shield went down, they've paid the price. Secret could back away to site here, 4 versus 3, and be very happy with what they found out on the roam. We're only 45 seconds into the round, Tim. What a start for Secret.
Yeah, that's really good, especially taking out that Blackbeard and the Fuse. The Fuse was going to be used to try and clear utility. We've got a Goyo on the other side of things, so you want to be clearing those Vulcan canisters. We saw how much of an impact they can have. We know they can burn out an inordinate amount of time. So now, without the Fuse to do that, it's something Fnatic needs to start thinking about. They need to give themselves extra time when they get in towards this point of execution so that they can burn out those Vulcan canisters. It's just too easy for June. You can see he's playing around those mute jammers, so I don't know how aware they were of his location, but he knows exactly where Deepek is. Make that Sarks as well. Absolute beautiful finish to the round from June and Team Secret. This is what I was saying about them on the defensive bank. I expect them to pick up rounds, and at a 3-3 split on the attack, they now look good to take the entire thing.
Yeah, really, really beautiful stuff from June.
Everything the Summon General adds. You please watch when Jinx Richie tell him something with those no good stop the Alexander's Eve. Oh, word.
A little bit lost on the attack
maybe
there. Not quite in full flow, not quite fully in sync. I like the idea they have, but maybe it was more the reason why they looked a bit uncoordinated towards the end there was because they put everything on that initial starting point. And I like what I saw. You had to slow trying to push.
Would this Stompn play? I have no idea, Center. I have no idea. Who knows when Stompn plays? Nobody knows.
We're like a bit like, right, okay, then I guess we rotate off here and try and push him from elevator corridor instead. Doom had already got control of the ground from there, and Fnatic just never really got themselves a start in that round. After that first play, completely fell apart. So we'll chalk that one up to it, Tim, and write it off. Fnatic did that in the start of the first half, got that first round out the way, lost it, and then went on to win the next couple. So maybe we see them warm up a little bit here. Up on this top floor, things are going to be different.
Secret are going to have less opportunity to roam, that much is for sure. Fnatic bringing along the Deimos, that's the operator that I was looking for particularly. They need to secure Deimos's position in underneath. Archives tell us is where Deimos wants to be playing. Try and use that verticality. All of sight is a soft floor, so you can get in there, get those tracks going down, and then look straight up above you. See if you can find yourself any kills and soften sight up, especially somewhere like Janitor, which can be a tough place to deal with. Get in there, make it a nightmare for Secret to be in that position, to be holding on to sight from there.
I always love when I see.
But yeah, Mertzy, how come you're staying behind? I thought you had to go. I thought you had to go deploy. Good luck on your deployment, Mertzy.
It's not always that you're going to see those coming out, but other operators, of course, things like the Fenrir, a lot more powerful when it's a little harder to get rid of those. But of course, the main.
I mean, a real macho military man wouldn't care about what sheep. A lion wouldn't care about what sheep thinks of them, Mertzy. I thought the retro. Do you like talk shit back to your drill sergeant, bro? Like when you're getting yelled at by your other military guys, or like do you start crying? I thought that was like step one of like training was like not really care what people say to you.
Exactly, it's all about efficiency. It's all about efficiency and being able to deploy them at the right time, right place, and don't lose them. I'm looking across the side. There's no impact nade. Two impact nades are left available that could take out a couple of Rowers, but other than that, they might struggle to deal with them a little bit. So definitely could be a big impact from Groovy here. It just depends whether Doom A has that utility still available, or B whether he's got himself in the right place to be able to deal with it. We have the Dokubi call coming in and not too much movement going on behind it.
Oh, free. Jake's just literally walking into that one, unaware as to where June was, and it's weird because it feels a lot like that last round when they had no idea where June was, and now Mowgli's got himself a freebie, stepping out inside a stop. Those are 2 kills that Fnatic could have avoided here if they had better information set up, but Secret have just stepped across and got kills for free. They might have got one back through Sarks, but this round is over. Tim constantly shot in the back, completely unaware. Fnatic still looking disarray.
Yeah, there's no excuse really. They had 7 drones left alive. You know, that's a huge amount at this level, especially coming in towards the final minute of a round. We would expect defenders along the way, of course, to have chipped that down and down and down to maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, think about the first round. We'd like to do
that.
that rush. We called to do that rush, but think about what they're doing. They have reinforcements over by E-Box. That's for long angles so that the player can play in kitchen, yeah? We know this. We literally know this. Let's just make sure we're a bit more careful, get the info early. The CEO one there as well, I think big problem is not focusing on janitor quick enough, yeah? We know before we want to hit that exec, we need to go for the janitor player, but we didn't take either the right operators for it or we didn't focus on it enough, yeah? Because it could have been a free kill for Jegs on them dropping back. I think we just got to calm it down a little bit in our heads, boys. I think we're doing steps before we need to actually do them, yeah? I think we just got to calm it down a little bit, guys. I don't think you're making terrible decisions, but I think we're just doing them a little bit too quickly. We're letting their rat plays and their aggro get us, okay? Just calm it down a bit, boys.
Or bivalent.
And I largely agree with them there, like, we saw this in a game earlier tonight as well, where players are sort of acting out of turn, where it's not like a team executor's coming forward, or it's a team step forward at the back of a Dokkaebi, or a drone leading you in, or as you push here, we push there, and make sure it's a good pincer play coming in. It's a player operating very much in isolation with Jegs. It's Deepet paying the price there for a lack of drones inside of storage. It's just a little bit messy and chaotic, and I do think slowing it down, playing as a team, although it sounds like super simplistic advice, is what Fnatic needs to be doing.
8 more, motherfuckers.
Let's see them if they can translate that into actions inside of the server to get themselves a couple of rounds, because right now I'm not surprised to see the tack time out come in. Secret have picked up pace and switching onto the defense. That was the concern that I voiced over the first couple of rounds, and in all honesty, last couple, Fnatic on the attack, they look a little bit lost at sea. As I said, 7 drones available to them in the last round and still running on into people that it just didn't look like they were fully aware of their position. They need to make sure that you know, they're completing those steps, and I think that, you know, pretty much as Seth has said there, you know, make sure that we're completing things, that we're not moving on before we've done that step, before we've, you know, completed that task that we need to. And I'm sure that intel gathering is part of that, having a better picture of what you're going into.
Yeah, key to remember, it's a team checklist, not an individual checklist that you're trying to operate here. These aren't 5 randoms you're playing with your teammates, and it's about being synergized together. So here we go then, 2-round deficit to come back on for Fnatic. After this, of course, we get that extra ban coming out here as well. We'll see what that looks like when we step across to it. The Secret looking largely unbothered here. That, of course, that might be the change that comes off the back of this tack time out, but no huge challenge, and Groovy steps forward on the Zofia. All that utility still in back pocket, now gone, and truthfully, Tim, the battle for that for me is that was one of their main ways to deal with these castle barricades. Now you're looking towards Deepek to help deal with that.
Yep, and it's going to be difficult to get those Rotero drones into the right positions without losing them along the way to being shot out. So, like you said, maybe a little bit more of a direct option for somebody like Grubik to be able to deal with those. Noah has taken a lot of damage along the way, so it was at least a 50-50 battle. Came out on top with it. Bullet's going to be flying through there. Can't quite find his target there, Wizard. And will just bring out that E1D scan, I think, just to put at bay any aggression that might have come his way.
Sure, it's a little bit slower, admittedly. It's looking a bit more calculated. Maybe not quite maybe Groovy didn't quite get the message, but for others it has been a bit slower. They're making full use of the clock here, and I don't blame them at all. Like, there is 3 minutes to play with here. You haven't got to speed run things inside 90 seconds and pay the price for it. C4 you heard come up then a second ago from June, finds absolutely no one. Now we get towards this final 75 seconds, Tim, and my only concern, as much as I like to see them taking it slower and being a bit more composed, there isn't tons of time left to work with here.
Sees his man down in Archives, but can do absolutely nothing. Doom is on an absolute tear. Always from this position as well. Always from Archives. Tellers just absolutely dominating this area right now. 11-3 and just tearing Fnatic's hopes apart.
I mean, I didn't even know there was a call going on. I didn't even know there was a call going on. You know, the IL-7 treatment was safe and protected CD4 plus T cells from typical drowning to plundering and acute SIV infection. Boosted anti-apoptotic protein, BCL2 expression by longer, stronger. Sci-fi specific responses, beneficial for not sustainable through treatment interruption. Human therapy combined with R for HIV infection.
Yep. Fnatic, although they defended pretty well, and I liked what I saw on the attacking side, they're just showing that inexperience here, how this team has still got to mature a little bit and come together over time.
And it's going to be a process. It's going to be an ongoing process, but Team Secret's certainly looking pretty solid so far today. 6-3 now. They just need one more round, and they're going to take an extra ban here. As we will see who comes forward. It's going to be Ace and Fenrir. So Fnatic deciding they don't want to deal with any more of those FNATs. We saw, I think it was Sarks on the Twitch in the last round doing a great job of doing exactly that. He was clearing them out for fun at one point, but ultimately it's not really the FNATs or any other utility that's hurting them. It's Doom. It's losing these gunfights.
Drop the bomb.
Painful. And you've got a player popping off in the way that you have with June, but also the team overall having a very well-rounded performance. I think it tells you enough about the tale of the tape. Fnatic do not have their own hero, but I think it more comes down to deficiencies on that team level. That means we find ourselves with 3 rounds to recover to even see overtime, let alone a victory. Secret looking to be one of those commanding top teams, as we've already remarked. They're one of our top 4 this stage. They'll keep on pressing themselves forward, and at least for now, take that top spot if they win this game.
10 seconds left before insertion.
And right now, I don't see any way that they are not going to be taking that top spot. They've got 3 rounds to close this out. Fnatic are yet to win 1 attack. They're attacking into the basement, which is never an easy site to attack onto. Secret have already won this back in round 7. It was with a June 3K, surprise, surprise. And they've also, since being on the defense as well, Secret have had every single opening kill. So Fnatic have been playing every one of these rounds 4 versus 5. Now, that's better than we saw last...
Here the sub, Samir Soar. Appreciate you, Gengi. Enjoy no ads. Love you. Suck you. Fuck you.
Have struggled to clear those Vulcan canisters.
Oh, Secret's about to win. That's good. That means we got at least 20 minutes of the Stompn game that we can watch. Assuming the break doesn't last literally a quintillion years.
It will.
I'm cry, Dapper. I'm cry. Are you cry?
I'm crying.
Can you also finish up the last game after too? Or no? Well, I can't be here.
I can, but I don't know about Bodo.
Well, can you? Are you able to hit a raid? Can you stop my? Is there any way you stop my? Can I stop my stream from my phone?
I can raid, yes.
Well, how do I stop my stream from my phone? I wonder if I could do that.
Well, theoretically, if I... If I send a raid, it should stop the stream.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't stop my stream. Just IRL stream? No.
It's just going to take too long. Does have another drone on standby, so might get...
Or if Bubba's cool with it, we could just steal his foot. Kidding.
Well, like if I start a raid and then send...
Well, can you... What if you recorded your face cam?
I can put Bullo's face cam on your screen.
Yeah, and then we just switch it just to his once I gotta go.
Yeah.
That Evil is going to be a real thorn in their side, and any kind of delay at this point can be victory and loss for Fnatic in this round.
Yeah, Fnatic just having to scramble now, like you say, knowing that there's going to be certain avenues not available to them. We've got Savage just trying to hold on to this match, hoping to pick anybody up who comes in for the drop. He knows that's likely where it's going to need to come from. 30 seconds left to go. Fnatic need to be making a choice, and they need to be making a move soon.
I was going to say, they know where Savage is. He's been permanently pinged out by those Grim Bees, but he fancied himself winning out the 1v1 here, and the angle is just perfect. Finally, they get rid of him. I was going to say he was super tucked in, but in comes Wizard with one for himself. Deepet now ready to make the plan happen as they get 2 kills. Down to these last 15 seconds, they've got light screens to roll out, and sure enough, they shall. But Noah has pushed up close, gets rid of Sarks. They need to see him gone, and Zoom is now all that stands as Deepet starts going in for the plant off towards the side. Will down one. Will he find a second? No, he will not. This one will get completed. Just finds him at the last second, but the diffuser's already down.
If June wins this, are you gay?
Hero of the day against Wizard.
Wait, can you not long arm this? Why does he need to retake hatch? Yeah, no, don't retake hatch. This is long armable as fuck. This is the most long armable thing in the history of man. He has to drop. He has to drop. Oh, boom. Wizards, big whiz, don't lose that. Big whiz got composure.
Wizard closes it out, and Fnatic get themselves their first attack. Are they on the comeback trail?
Oh, calm down, Tim. Come on now. It's one round, and I don't. Although it was a weird round where they've gone for a full map clear, they were being stalled out.
This guy just said I have good facial properties. What does that mean?
Going down when they started collecting those scouts from the other side and thinning down Secret's numbers.
Yep, there he goes.
Six more. I got 6 more, Dapper. I got 6 more citations to do, and then I'm good.
Dead to rights, but I don't think he realized that they'd stepped inside a site here. Sarks was the one who was picked out with that aggressive challenge through the light screens. I'd like to see teams try and do this more truthfully, is be willing to step into the light screens, because you see them and you toss C4s at them and sort of hope for the best. Try and use them to your own advantage here and punish teams like we just saw them try to do. Got away with the free kill off the back of it. Fnatic still though with 2 rounds to chase here. Up we go to the top floor where Secret hope to close this out 7-4.
Yeah, June he was a little bit unlucky there. He managed to find the shot through the light screen. If he, and it's always in hindsight, it's always, I'm just saying he was unlucky. If he goes for that one first, he probably wins the round in the 1v3, to be honest. You know, we see it occasionally. In a 1v3 where time's running out, you only actually need 1 kill. You just need to drop the player who's going for the plant, and then the clock runs out, you win on time. We've seen it happen, you know, quite a few times over the years, and if June finds that kill first rather than the main stairs, but there's lots of ifs and buts there. If he doesn't take the one down from main stairs, maybe they get him from double door, but he was just about half a second behind the pace of where he needed to be. But ultimately a good round from Fnatic. They had all the answers, they got in, they made it very difficult for Secret to play anywhere inside a site, cut them down and got themselves a round. 6-4, 2 more to go.
There we go. Start with the utility roll on through those Roteros. Remember when Vogue used to play this operator? It still does to some degree. We used to play this operator a lot back on walls, and I can sense that frustration. Like, oh, you have to sit still and roll out 4 drones first. Like, I just want to be guns up, man, so I'm going to do my thing. And sure enough, has got rid of 2 so far. Couldn't quite get rid of that Nets Castle barricade. Noah's got onto the double window, looking up towards those windows on the external facing side of site itself. Again, I'm seeing Aurora though, Tim. Groovy with the one in hands here. They must be cooking something.
Yeah, the plan is there. You know, if the Raura's coming along, that you want him to try and create a safe space.
See my mom's thinking of the sub and Jonah ads. Medical science, thinking what are you studying towards Fett? What's PhD for? Biomedical sciences. Yep, biomed.
Have to deal with Janitor. Even Raura won't be able to help them with that.
Even Raura.
The defenders are playing in through holes in the wall, so there's nothing that those Raura barricades can do. They have to force this player out of there, then they can seal off the rest of site and try and get the diffuser down. But Tube manages to find another onto Jegs. He's becoming a personal nightmare for Fnatic in this game.
Personal nightmare for Fnatic. GG Fnatic. Here comes stomping. It's stomping time, and I'm only gonna watch fucking a quarter of the game, and then I'm gonna be really sad, Dapper. I'm gonna be really fucking sad. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry all over everyone.
Yeah, Secret have held real.
Don't cry, Fett. It'll be okay.
The player of the match, no doubt. Absolute resolute in shutting down many of these Fnatic attacks and not even giving them a way in.
Wait, Fett, is Stompn playing on controller or keyboard and mouse?
Huh? Keyboard and mouse? The fuck? What's wrong with you? I did not know that. You stupid as fuck?
Yeah, a real statement victory coming out from Secret there.
Dude.